And welcome back to the World Championships here in Minsk, Belarus. Six-pack lap of that Christie Championship. And we may have a guest co-commentary in a little bit, Dennis Cornelius, who had just won the World Championships in the 120 class. Standard, when you break world records, you get drug tested, and that's how it goes with the IPF.
Yep.
Very proud of our drug testing. So he may be joining us in a little bit, but we're going to open up with the 120 plus, and it looks like we have a lot of lifters here, Chrissy.
Yeah, we're going to have quite a few lifters, so we've got 2 flights for you, and we'll be bringing both of those flights here on platform 1. So we'll be bringing the commentary and the actual vision for you here, so stay tuned with us. What we've got for you is hopefully Dennis Cornelius, as you said, but he's just at the moment tied up with his drug test, which is very standard for us, and we will get Cornelius here just as soon as we can. But I think we're underway with Garrett Bentley, 285 for an opener, and we'll swing through now for this opener in our very final session of this huge championship, the IPF World Classic Powerlifting Championship at Minsk, Belarus, and we're underway.
These are the big boys.
Tadas Petroikis, our Lithuanian, resident Lithuanian guest commentator, also graces us with his presence.
I'm back.
Here we go. Garrett Bentley, Canada.
What? Up, hips.
Oh,
Little work.
little work, but good lift.
295 kilo on the back.
Next is Ossie.
Yeah, this is the Aussie there, Chrissy. You familiar with this gentleman?
Tyrone.
Ready?
And Tyrone is one of 2 Aussies here in this group, and all I can tell you about Tyrone is he and the other Aussie went out and did some serious carb and meat loading last night. Tyrone did win. I can tell you a little bit more about that. One big boy here, 295 on the opener here. And he looks in good nick.
Tight. Good. Sink it in, sink it. Chest up.
Sinks it.
Right.
Here we go. Good job, mate.
Good lift.
Tyrone Sintanuli.
Rifling through for my nominations here, and I don't seem to have my 120 plus nominations in front of me.
All right.
Rick.
Yes, I do. Sorry.
15 kilo under his best.
Here they are.
320 is his best lift. He's 4 years
Big boys.
These are the big boys.
Well, I think without even the nominations, we can say Ray Williams is the king of this class.
Yeah, I actually I found the nominations here, Chrissy, and it looked like Jezza and Kelly Breton, pretty tight. All 3 of them over 1,000 kilos, with Martins, yeah, threatening for 1,000 kilo total as well.
Righto, Antti Domila, Finland, 305 for his opener. It's the big Finn.
Lucas from Latvia.
We've got another Finn in this as well. We'll see him.
Neighbors, our neighbor. So I'm gonna go for cruiser this time.
Okay, you do that. As I said, 2 Finns. We've got 15 lifters, so we're not wanting any complaints. We split the group in 2.
That's it. Now the only drawback from that, of course, is a quick turnaround for these fellas in between attempts when you got 1,000 kilo totals coming up. But I mean, it's one or the other.
One or the other.
And these spotters got a really stern job on their hands. When you have over 450 kilo being loaded on the bar for a squat, everybody gets nervous.
Here we've got Jordan McLaughlin, Great Britain. Oh, what a beautiful squat. That is superb. Jordan, at the risk of being wrong, he looks like a big Highlander to me. I look to the Scotsman on my right. He has no clue, but Jordan McLaughlin with a big red beard. I'm going Highlander all the way. Someone tell me. Jari Sario, Finland, 3:15. Of course, I'll have to declare my hand straight off. My favourites, Jezza Uapa, Nauru. I've declared my hand. And there it is. Yari. Nearly comes through the rack.
Yeah, he's an aggressive setup, like an animal fighting to get through his cage.
When supers do that. I've seen him come through. Yari sets it nicely. So, and a big shout out to Linda Banks, who's watching the lifting over there in delightful, wherever the hell she is. Oh, Linda Banks is the Highlander, apparently. Whatever.
The Belgian.
She's over there in Scotland.
Look at the size of these men standing behind the TC.
Steve from Belgium.
Like when you look at Steve, these spotters and loaders are not small guys, and he makes them look like children.
Steve's 150 kilo.
Jeepers creepers. And that's not even one of the bigger super heavies.
Oh, the Belgium.
Good lift. We have got 20 kilo on the back.
So I got some info for you for squat's sake. We've got Ray Williams 477.5 as the world record, set at the Arnold here this year.
You know, one thing Ray has been is consistent with improving upon his squat. You know, some guys peter out for a little bit. Some guys even regress for the odd competition, then come roaring back. Ray's just been climbing steadily and doesn't seem to have off days.
Look, and some people out there have questioned how long can it go on for.
It feels like forever. But you know, it's a valid question. I mean, how far can you push it? Can one man push it? One man's got his limit.
Here's Tony Reimeth, Australia, 28 years of age.
I think the rack height is wrong. That was the argument with the spotters, but...
And I just want to give a big shout out to Tony's niece, Olivia, watching at home.
I think it's better too low than too high.
Sets it in, comes up strong. Good one, Tony. And that was for niece Olivia back home.
295 kilos, starting the
way too low, he says, way too low. Fix it up. And shout out to Mum and Dad, Peter and Wendy. I'll never forget seeing Wendy in New Zealand the first time I saw her come over for Commonwealths. Gorgeous lady. I'll talk more about Tony later. But shout out to the Aussies watching here.
Here's
Garrett
Bentley.
We're back up the top, so we've only got 7 in the first flight here. I just want to put it out there, I think there's going to be a nice battle between Jezza and Ray. And I've been seeing Jezza since I arrived in day 1. They were already here. Yeah. They trekked over from Nauru early because, you know, they get belted up by that flight that's been flying for about 3 days.
Smart move if it's an option.
Garrett Bentley.
295 kilo on the bar for Garrett.
Up, he works it up.
Big fight.
Nicely done.
Yeah, we go.
Yeah, and it should also be said, we're saying Jez is going to push Ray. Kelly Branton from Canada is also capable of, he's over 1,000 kilos for his total as well. So all three of those men, over 1,000 kilos for their total, and they're all going to push each other.
Yeah, that's right.
By Showdown presenting Dooley Tyrone, Australia, 317.5 kilo.
And there's a potential for the Latvian also to get up around 1,000 kilo total today. We'll see how he ends up. And we know you're going to be cheering for him there.
Well, I have to. We always try to support each other.
And by
Lithuanians
we, you mean,
and Latvians,
okay,
I mean.
Gotcha. Big Australian here, 317.5 kilo on the bar. Tyrone.
What? Good. Chest up.
Nicely done.
Nice.
Never loses his bar path. Keeps his chest up.
2 to 1 good lift.
Yeah, 2 is all you need.
20 kilo on the
I
bar.
agreed with the depth myself. We got another look at this. Yeah, it was borderline, but deep enough.
Ready.
I slow that for Tomila Antti, 320 kilo, followed by Zanio and McLaughlin.
Antti Tomila, Finland, 320 now.
320 is the same as his best. Come on, give me hand here for the lifter. Same as his best.
He looks worked up, doesn't he? He looks all type of emotionally invested into this lift. Holy smokes. There is some distress on this young man's face. It's going to be kill or be killed in this attempt.
Yeah, but he's Viking, see?
That's right. He likes to fight with emotion. I appreciate it. Oh, that's going to be borderline. I don't know if they're going to like that depth. If we're saying that,
like
you know,
the depth.
And he didn't look comfortable down there. That's what I saw.
He didn't look comfortable setting up.
No.
Deep enough. So 327.
Might have been just a little bit too high jump.
Maybe
15 kilograms.
And maybe he's a little. Sometimes you get a little too emotionally invested. You know, you're not paying attention to little things like depth and some of the smaller P's and Q's. But he looks strong enough. He's got another opportunity at it.
And that's where the role of your mind and your music there and your arousal, you know, it's really important to get in the block hole.
Yeah.
And not go overboard one way or the other.
Yeah.
You know, you've got to be switched on, but you can't be underdone, you can't be overdone.
Yeah, it is.
And you can't be too tight and tense about it. You've got to have a certain amount of smooth, certain amount of let go and get and sling into it, and a certain amount of fire up and switch on. Like there's a window.
There
Isn't
is.
there? There's
and
a
it's
window.
ever so small a window. That makes it
That's right.
such a careful
And
balance.
we saw in the previous that Buafia lost the window in the squat, the first squat, and he had a job to get back into his window, didn't he?
And he found his groove. Now here's
And-
the other Finn.
He looks a hell of a lot better.
Jerry, yeah.
I was just watching him, which prompted me to talk like that. I was watching him, he had his ears on out the back there, and his face looked composed, his body looked good, and he came out there and attacked that all together in a different frame of mind, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. And you know what? Just borderline on the depth, but he hit just as much as he needed to.
And I have to say to you, I had a good talk to my friend Ilya Strick before she lifted, the world champion here.
She knows a thing or two about that.
She did, and I talked to her about getting in that window. And she's another emotional lifter who works on getting in the right arousal window. And I had a good talk to her. And I also had a little talk with Tony Reinmuth this morning about getting in the window. And this is where the role of psychology and arousal and what you do with your mind and your emotion and central nervous system is going to help you or could break you. Here we go. Jordan McLaughlin, 330. Sits it in nice as you like. I like it, Jordan.
Very nice lift.
Oh, Jordan.
We went nice. Look at he lets the guns go off.
Dance.
Welcome to the gun
Do the
show.
Holland fling with you. Woo.
Two members of the crowd caught
I
bullets.
sure hope he's Scottish. Someone tell me. Steve Ringgood. I don't know if that's how you say it. Ringgood.
Sounds right to me.
This is also a new personal best. Come on, give me a big round of applause for Steve
Steely-eyed Steve.
from Belgium. 330 kilos on the bar.
Yikes, 330 kilos already.
New personal best.
It's PB. looks, sizes it up. Says, come on, baby, I've been waiting for you.
You had me up all night last night.
Oh, he sets it in and says, I'll
Nicely
take
done.
He has it.
I'll
I'm
take
sure.
you home.
I'm sure he has it.
3 whites, nicely done.
5 kilo on the bar.
Yeah.
And he's got more in the tank.
Oh, he does. You know what? He handled that very nicely.
But get a load of this.
Bar path, right on point.
355 if you don't mind. Tony Rymeth.
Yeah.
Oh,
Tony Rymeth, is that a, yeah, that is a 15 kilo. You know, 15 kilo isn't a massive jump when you're this big of a guy, but is definitely confident. He moved his opener well.
he works at the panel shop and he's got a few panels on him, I can tell you now. Woo-hoo-hoo. He went out last night and he tried to go into an eating contest with his stablemate.
Must be nice when you're
He put away a
able to do
kilo of
that.
pork, but he couldn't win.
Come on, Aussies.
And he wants to
This
do a
is
big
against
shout
all.
out to
Come
his
on, Aussies.
housemates, Bliss and Troy, who've been there for him and supported him and helped him. But most of all, he wants a big shout out to his little niece Olivia. And she means the world to him, but he's a big, strong guy, but he's got a heart of gold. But here we go. 355. Tony! Yeah! Woo!
And that's it.
Yeah, baby!
Aussie, Aussie,
There you go! There you go!
And speaking of shout outs, might be a good time for me to shout out some of our sponsors. Rogue, Eleiko, Ray-Bans, Bull, Dorita, Siberian Supernatural Sport, and of course SBD. Thank you for support of the World Championships here in Minsk, Belarus.
I just got all real happy then.
Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit, love. The coffee's kicking in.
Now it's
Yeah.
your turn.
What?
Now
That's
it's your
my turn. Load the bar for Chrissy Championship.
I had my session before, now it's Chris's turn.
Garrett Bentley.
Korea in competition.
Tight out of that rack, let's go. There it is. What?
397.5, just shy of the 300 kilos. Let's see how he handles it.
Hips, hips, hips,
Very
hips.
controlled, slows down midpoint, but he's in perfect position to fight.
Whoa!
And fight he does. I would say his next attempt will be 300
Nice.
kilo even.
Canada
Very nice fight. Well done. You know, take another shot at this. He never lets his chest come forward, never loses his bar path, and that's why he's able to fight through his sticking point when he comes into mid-range here, just on the line for depth. That's 297 and a half. I think he's going to enter the 300 kilo club, but he'll take everything he has. Here comes the fin, once again, 320.
His personal best.
And you see how emotionally invested he is with these squats.
Let's go. Keep it down.
Strength, look there, you just need to go deeper. Now, obviously, things get a whole lot shakier the deeper you go. We'll see if strength becomes an issue when he actually hits depth, if he hits depth. He just needs the confidence. Large man, no?
Yeah, well, I haven't seen any small guys in this group, so
Good call. Andy!
He bombed it in. No, a little too much. Now, yeah, his strategy to hit depth this time, which is bomb it in, get out. But if you lose a little tension while bombing it in, it can be hard to recover. He gave it a go. He did buy himself some insurance with a nice, easy opener, and that's why you do that.
Tyrone Fenetuli. 325.
That's 7.5 kilo jump.
Eyes loaded. Eyes loaded for Slaney Dooley Tyrone, Australia, 325 kilo.
Come on, baby, let's go. What a magnificent looking Aussie this bloke is. And this boy can eat, I'll tell you.
And just the crowd is starting to fill in here. I just
Yeah.
looked to my left and holy smokes.
Yes.
Right, yeah, here we go again, right?
Here we go again. He sucks in the big oxygen. Get those big legs going. Sink it in. Come on, baby, all day.
Nicely done.
There we go.
3 white lights.
And he gets a big clap from Gary Williams, the super Australian coach.
You know, that's how you go 3 for 3. Hits depth, very economical with it. Doesn't go deeper than he needs to.
There we go.
Doesn't push himself past the limit. He's fresh enough moving forward. And that's a good day.
All right, news just in. Jordan McLaughlin is not Scottish.
That's breaking news for us, not for him. Not for him. I'm not.
Oh, Lord, he's Northwest England. Yeah. I'm done.
I'm done. You're pulling out. Your backing is gone. Okay, now the fin, 330, getting loaded. It's only a 2.5 kilo jump. That's a really small jump for guys this big.
What?
Oh, come on now.
Plenty left, it would seem. Easy for me to say.
2-1.
He's happy with it. Nicely done.
And talking about the crowd, you can see a lot of big names again in the crowd.
Oh, yeah,
we have Big Z again in the crowd.
Yeah.
We have a lot of champions and
World
medalists from
champions.
previous sessions. So a lot of big names looking forward for the last session and the biggest lift of the championship.
There's that many world champions sitting there. It's just like champion fest.
It is.
Steve Ringgood.
Oh, he's fired up.
Come on, Big Steve.
I don't know what he's listening to in those earphones, but
Whatever it is.
Yeah, whatever it is. It had colorful language in it.
337.5 for the big Belgian.
That's a good camera shot right there. This man is intimidating.
What?
Wow,
Oh, he comes up
Look how
and he
confident
smiles and
is.
says,
Belgium.
I'll take that home to Belgium. That's for you, baby.
Nicely done.
There we go.
You know, we've had a lot of success here. Not very many misses.
No,
Actually,
that's-
only one lifter has
that's
missed
good
all
job.
day. The rest of them have all hit.
Yeah, now.
Not that he's missed all day, but only one all day has missed. Is what let me word that properly.
I really don't like when you point out something like that something's going well.
If I had that kind of power, I would have had a better day myself the other day.
Now here's McLaughlin, who allegedly is originally from Liverpool. But I'm determined to hang on to some sort of Scottish ancestry.
Yeah, you're not convinced. You see it in him.
No, I see it in him. He's got the fight in him! He's got the fight!
He's got it.
Now let's see what they say about his depth. They
He's
like it.
got it.
Oh my word!
Pierre.
He's a little excited. So is Chris the champion.
Oh!
And we have a 362.5 for the Australian.
What?
Yeah.
362.5? What am I seeing?
For our American friends, that's just shy of 800. This is a
This is
big
a
weighting
massive
move.
Australian
Yes.
record.
Is it?
Massive.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Oh, he
By
smashed
15
it.
kilograms.
He smashed it on the second, I forgot to tell you.
Okay, gotcha.
I was too busy telling you about the kilo of pork he ate
That's right.
last night. It's the kilo of pork he ate. He tucked
Also,
the food under
also
the
an
belt.
Australian record, by the way.
That was an Australian record. Now, he's going to smash all the records.
800 pounds.
It's record time.
799.2
Go,
pounds.
Tony. Go, Tony.
Big Tony.
Big Tony
Reinfeldt.
Reinmuth. Come on, mate.
What?
Sets it in.
Plenty deep.
Challenges
Oh.
up.
Give him a big
Just
round of
comes
applause.
forward on the toes, gets it on the toes and can't come up.
getting
Just a
there
bit
quickly.
much, but he comes home with a big Aussie record
And
anyway.
he seems happy with 355
Yeah, he's
already.
good. He's good
Yeah,
with it.
he's got a national record. Spotters got in there quick. I'm glad they're getting a little bit of. We had mentioned there wasn't a lot of misses. Not that you want to see too many, but before we get into the you know, 450 kilo squats, they need to be ready to get in there and have a little bit of a prep with it. Because believe me, this is getting scary. Look at the man about to squat right now.
Okay, this is Christophe
the Dutch
Raybrand.
giant.
Is he about 8 feet tall? Like, what the heck is going on here?
So he just maxed out the rack height. And
Yeah,
this
and it's
man's
still
got,
too low.
He's got 5 kilograms of hair on him.
He's maxed out the rack height, and it's too low for him. Look at this. He has to bend over to get underneath it. My God.
Wow.
That's a human being.
That's a big human being.
It's a long way down.
Oh, and he comes up
Whoa.
like a boss. And he nods and says, how about it? And the spotter said, thank
Wowzers.
God for that.
Thank God for that, son.
Because we're just following along behind you.
Yeah. Now the spotters change up the spotting style to underneath. You see his, we're happy to see that. The lead spotter in the back behind the gentleman. Trying to upright row that weight isn't going to help very much, but if you hug around the waist, it'll help a whole lot more when you're spotting.
And Algeria in the audience comes to life as their man.
Drums are beating. I thought that was just my heart. It's fluttering.
Pugalem, Ilias, Algeria, another giant amongst men.
156 kilo giant right here.
Pugalem,
Yikes.
giant.
Look how massive these
The
guys are.
Algerian. Oh, it's beautiful depth. And he pulls up an Algerian prince.
Nice.
Woo!
These guys are huge.
Oh, he's nice too.
It's like the Titans have come down to clash on our
Titans.
platform.
Titans have come from the mountains.
The gods have looked the other way and the Titans are loose again.
Simrast, Estonia.
Estonia is setting their local Titan.
Their
Local
local
titan from Estonia. Another Baltic.
The Baltic Titan.
The Baltic Titans.
Another lifter from the Baltic states.
Let's see how he handles it.
Come on.
Sets it in.
Very
the
well,
weight
as it
comes
were.
back on the heels, but he holds it together.
Very well, as it were.
Comfortable
335.
opener.
Yeah.
Just watch this if he can. He drifts back a bit far, but
Yeah.
oh, he hangs on to it.
Yeah. You know, he's got a nice center of gravity. He can afford to drift a little, and you got a center of gravity like that, it's hard to bully you around. 350 kilo, oh my gosh. That's an opener, but
Technical problem with the lifter. It's unapproved equipment.
it's timing down right now.
So maybe show it not up now. The time is running.
Okay, there was a problem with this lifter's equipment.
Getting close
his
to 40
gear.
seconds. Now his coach just went to the jury.
Pity from the lifter when the nation do not know what people can be wrong.
Getting down to 30-second mark.
Nah, what it is his apparel.
Federation should take care about
His
that.
apparel was not approved apparel for the classic format,
The lifters now
and this is strange because Iran has had a lot of lifters here,
Yeah.
and they were incorrect apparel, but this lifter
He's the last one to
came
go.
along with the wrong apparel,
Yeah, yeah. Well,
and it didn't pass the technical examination,
you know, they went through equipment to check, even checking your
Equipment check.
t-shirts.
and
So-
it didn't pass.
Use the
So
t-shirt
what a
they
tragedy.
pass. Yeah.
So he's out.
And missing an opener isn't good. But
So I don't know whether they're still working on it and they're going to try and get him in,
Well, he's a
because
large-
he's still on the card.
here's the thing: when you're that big, it's not like anybody could toss you a t-shirt and say, "Borrow mine."
He doesn't fit anything.
Yeah.
And take a look at another lifter,
So
Martin
Scrooge.
Skruzer from Latvia, and take a look how another smiley after every squat, at least as far as I've seen, he gets a big smile on his face
380 kilos
for his opener.
And I've heard people say that the bigger the guys get, the sweeter their temperament.
Well, let's hope. One would hope.
All right. Strong, but question the...
See? I told you.
Yeah.
Good lift.
Nice big teddy bear.
He's so
Oh,
smiling,
he's so
happy
sweet.
already.
He's smiling halfway up that. What a little cutie
Nice
pie.
man. Cutie pie.
Now here's Kelly Breton. Let me tell you something.
Okay.
He's one of the 3 that have already totaled in the 1,000-kilo
Right.
club. This guy is all business. He will not be smiling, ladies and gentlemen. Look for him to explode from the back.
Well, I'll tell you now, he's out the back dancing right now.
Yeah,
so
no,
bopping.
he looks like a boxer when he's about ready to get called to the ring. 395-kilo opener. That's almost a 400-kilo opener. Kelly Breton, and here he comes. Here he comes.
go.
They call him the Great White North Juggernaut for good reason.
Kelly Brandon,
All business.
Powerlifting Gymnasium, Ontario, Canada. Eat and grow. Eat and grow, Kelly.
That Power Pitch Gymnasium is the thing of legend.
Pretty simple formula. He can grow.
I don't have to ask
and it works.
Who's your favorite in this group, right?
Don't put me on the spot, sir. Don't put me on the spot. Did I give it away with his introduction?
Steps it back. Sits it in.
Nice.
Just about to it,
Smooth.
yeah. And you know what? That's
Whoa.
395 kilo. Keep that in mind.
Canada strong.
And look at no celebrations. He expects that kind of weight.
25 kilo on the back.
Okay, here's my boy.
Yep.
I've declared ownership.
Okay, you can
There's
have
a
him.
you upper.
425.
425.
Yeah, Jez is
425 for an opener.
Easy opener.
You know, the internet exploded when they seen his front squat, and I believe it was around the 400 kilo mark. Just
Oh, it
ridiculous.
was 400 kilos.
Yeah, so
Front squat.
Front squat for
front squat,
Totally
just
raw.
ridiculous what this man
Nothing.
can do.
No knee sleeves, nothing.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
think about it. 400 kilo front
It's almost
squat.
inconceivable. It's honestly, that's,
Jizz up, jizz up, jizz
and the
up,
crowd is starting to
jizz
chant
up,
his name.
jizz up,
He
jizz
will
up,
answer the
jizz
crowd.
up,
Look at this.
jizz up,
Look at
jizz
this.
up, jizz up.
like a mountain
Jizz
rumbling
hails from
forward.
the island of Nauru. Population of Nauru, 10,000, including Jezza, 10,002.
Oh, Gino.
Beast genetics.
Yeah, that's.
And the name perfectly fits the lifter.
Yeah, I know. You'd expect a big man.
Because was mistaken by the referees. They approved
Heavyweight.
425.
What's wrong now?
What happened there?
His
The
knees
side
were not
record.
locked out. Chief referee made him replace the bar.
Still got
His knees in
5
the lockout
seconds? 4
position.
seconds? No, that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
No.
0.
Time out.
No.
Time out.
Don't squat. Don't let him squat.
Don't let him squat. Don't let him waste his energy.
Don't let him waste the energy.
Yeah, you do not waste that kind of energy.
Don't let him squat.
Jezza, time is out.
Time out.
Jezza, stop. What's going on? There we go. A little confusion there. You only got a
Give me a
minute.
round of applause for Jezza.
You only have a minute. And yeah, to let him squat and waste that kind of energy would be a shame. He's going to need it.
Now, ladies and gentlemen,
Have you guys heard of him?
the king of the squats.
Yeah, maybe just plain old king of the list, to tell you the truth. This guy's a beast.
Best in squats. 5 years in competition.
450
And he's a football
opener.
coach.
You look upset, Chris. Are you okay?
I'm not speaking.
Okay.
Come on, let's go.
And that's not often. 450 kilo loaded on the bar.
Current reigning world champion.
You know, there was a time when this would be a phenomenal third attempt. The fact that this is now Ray's opener is amazing. Nothing short of. How can a man be opening a 450 kilo?
Come on, Big Ray.
He is a showman himself.
Yeah, honestly, this is just insane that 450 kilos is now an opener. I'm lost, seriously.
Jezza went back and the new attempt from the jury.
Thank you.
They overruled the decision from the referees.
And good news.
And Chris is back.
Thank you.
Holy smokes.
Oh!
Holy smokes. That was 450 pounds. Kilos, sorry.
Did you see that?
How is 450 kilos now an opener for gentlemen? How's that possible?
Okay, I've got news for you.
Yeah.
The jury automatically and spontaneously overruled that referee decision, that referee situation.
Okay, well, so what happened there?
The jury spontaneously overruled that situation. Jezza Uwapa gets his first attempt again.
That's good.
He will get that 425 as a first attempt again.
So they're saying his knees were locked?
That was nothing.
Were they? Why did he not get the squat command? Why did they say?
They said his knees was not locked.
Yeah.
And all of that palaver that just happened got him timed out and he missed his lift.
Yeah.
And the jury said, wipe that right out and start again.
So they're saying his knees were locked the whole time.
Chrissy,
you can't get more locked than locked, right?
Chrissy
is back.
We'll go with that.
Okay.
But before that, we got Iran lifter from Iran, who's getting his first attempt at the end of the first round because.
So here's our Iranian
There
who's
was
found some clothes and he's coming out to lift.
And you know what? It looks like they gave him his first attempt back as well, so that's nice. Nobody's missed their openers yet.
They did.
And that's nice. The Iranian crowd is very vocal and behind their local lifter. They found a shirt to fit this large man. And popped an SBD logo on it. Let's see it.
Oh, Constantine is up, but he comes up nice and strong.
It's not often this guy's going to be able to squat after Ray Williams. There's a little trivia for you.
That's true.
There's a little trivia, Mark. He's going to have the rest of his life. There was a World Championships. I came after Ray. And now Jezza.
And now, rightly so, Jezza comes out for his first attempt.
80 kilo is his best 10 years in competition.
All right, the jury said Jezza was locked out on his opener. So they're going to give him
he gets 2 more minutes to wait to recover because he had to walk that thing out.
Yeah, and walking out that kind of weight is exhausting.
Stuffed around. So he gets 2 minutes to get that heart rate down because you don't want to walk around with 425 kilos for nothing.
No, and this is, it's opening weight, but you miss groove 425, it doesn't matter if it's open or third attempt.
I mean, the serious situation is he might be a super heavyweight, but he's got one heart and one of everything. Here's Jezza Uwapa.
Crowd is all behind Jezza.
Heavyweight for Jezza. He can nearly front squat this.
You're not kidding. You're not kidding. This isn't far off his front squat, so let's see what happens. So now we've established what a straight knee is for Jezza. Let's just get into the weightlifting. He gets the squat command fast this time.
Whoa! There we go!
That was fast.
Heavyweight, baby!
That was fast.
Whoa!
No.
So, 340 kilo on the back.
My guess is the side referee. I haven't seen him putting his hand down, and he might just stick with his decision.
What are they saying now?
His opinion that the knees were soft.
Because were the knees? We saw the replay right there. I'm not sure if you guys seen that. Were his knees not locked at the very end? It's hard. I thought they.
Wait on.
335. This is
the jury's going. The jury's going. The jury's going to the referee to clarify what their problem was.
Yeah, I would like some clarification just to. Yeah, it's the knees. They said the knees, yeah. You know what? The replay, I don't know, so they are really paying a lot of attention to Jezza's knees, and he's going to have to flex those quads and exemplify, sometimes you got to exaggerate the knee lock.
Well, it's their prerogative.
Yep. And Jezza is in a bit of a situation here. Does he go up in weight or does he stay and try that weight again?
Christophe Raybrand, Netherlands, 340.
It should be noted, if Jezza does that weight again, he'll still stay in the same second place, so he won't risk anything, so he might as well. 340 here.
Wow, so deep.
It's a long way
and
down.
Strong up. And he gives us a nod and says, yeah, I liked it too.
Yeah. From the Netherlands.
I'm sure Game of Thrones could find him a
My
role.
goodness, isn't he just, yeah, I'll say. Oh, and he gives Estonia a pat on the shoulder as he comes past him in the race.
Or a
and
swat
says,
of the paw.
Get some of the action, mate. It's good out there.
Yeah.
He pats him like a little fella. Go, little fella.
Dig in. I left some food on the table for you.
Good job.
He looks a little concerned.
Wow.
There we go.
There we go.
Come on,
10 kilo jump. 10 kilos isn't a lot when you're talking about this kind of weight for these fellas.
Nah.
This is over his previous best. But if you're going to hit PRs, this is the place to do it.
Sits it in hard and
It's
pulls
there.
up so
It's
strong.
there.
So much power.
Yeah, he's got more in the tank for sure.
Oh, it's
Nicely done.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I think he just gave the signal to his
10?
coach. Yeah, 10.
10 more.
That's what I seen
That's
as
what it
well.
looked like.
Yeah. Hopefully his coach didn't misread and be like, 20? Did you blink your hands for me? And 355. This is a 20 kilo jump. Now 20 kilos when you're this large a person isn't anything too crazy. And you hear the drums beating, so you know what that means. Algeria is about to step on the platform.
And the bar is loaded for Bougalam Ilyas, Algeria, 355 kilos.
Bougalam, 355 for a personal best for him.
Nice.
Followed by Mafi Golami and Cruiser.
Whoa! A big fella steps out, 355. Bougalam!
Oh, dives it in.
Oh, yes!
It's there.
I'll tell you what,
Yeah, that moved pretty smooth.
he used everything though to get it.
You know what? He just dived it in that hole, kept his bar path nicely in place, so he never had to get pulled out of position and regain form. Look at that. Yeah, the bar can slow as much as it wants. As long as you can keep yourself in place, you're in a good position to fight, and fight he did. Picked up another successful attempt, and 370 being loaded on the bar for the Iranian.
Iran, 370 kilo on the bar.
And he
Mafa.
had quite a short break between his first and second attempts because he got his first lift at the end of first round.
Yeah.
So
Good
it was
pointed out.
like six minutes or
Mafia
something like.
Galimi. Mafia Galimi here, 370,
Could be
20
a factor
kilos.
as well.
Wow. What does it feel like to put 20 kilos on a squat?
And 20 kilos, and as you had pointed out, a very quick turnaround for him.
This is a jump from the 6th to the 4th place.
Mafia Galimi. Oh.
It's deep.
Oh.
I think Christy picked up by, he might have put himself a little out of position to hit that depth at the very bottom.
He just couldn't keep the tightness in the back. The
Yeah.
abs collapsed down the bottom as well.
soon as
You
he hit
watch
the
what
hole,
happens
yeah.
here. He collapses down into it. The abs just
Yes,
let go
yeah, right there.
completely.
Yeah, he pitched forward a little, and then it's really hard to recover that kind of weight.
And then the new person
His life's in his spotter's hands there.
Yeah, they were, and they did their job well.
Martin's Cruz.
Martin Scruza from Latvia.
Yeah.
jump on the 2nd place.
405.
Fellow.
Wow.
Software engineer.
We're in the top 4 squatters now.
You know, it's always funny when you see these titans with normal day jobs like software engineer. Really, eh?
And I can squat 400.
Yeah, and I can fill a desk space. And,
Come on, Martins.
Come on, give me big hand.
You can do it.
It is an European Open record attempt. Come on, give me big hand here.
Come on, Martins.
nicely done.
Up.
No.
Oh, miss.
Yeah, he leaned.
All right, give him a
He seemed
round
to
of
lean a
applause
little
for
off
that attempt
balance.
now. Come on.
25 kilograms jump.
Yeah, that could do it.
A bit too big.
See right here.
You want to grow, you
Whoa, a
have
little
to
shaky. Did the little
eat, you're going to grow.
little bit of the Elvis
Eat
impersonation. Now
and
look at this,
grow.
410
That is
kilos
his
for Kelly
motto.
Branton of Canada.
This is Kelly Branton. Gaston, how many kilos on the bar?
110 kilo for
That's a 15-kilo jump.
Oh,
he's getting jazzed up now. Look at this.
903
All types of serious.
Rounded up,
He's got a terrific bench too.
Oh, yeah.
So
He's a
right
world
up
champion.
there.
He actually won the world championships in bench earlier this year.
He's already on the second position.
So this will be a fantastic squat to get these numbers on the board now. Let's get a load of this. Very important squat for the total here. 15 kilo. This is the one to get.
Shaky walk off.
Very shaky.
Yeah, he's
but
always
he
a
is
little
shaky.
He's always a little shaky with this walk-off.
Sits it in, comes
Yeah,
up.
there you go. And there's the real proof in the pudding. Yeah, his walk-offs usually are a little shaky, so I don't look into it too much. But 3 whites, the weight moved very well for him. He's expecting to make a decent jump. I know he's been chasing the coveted 1,000-pound club. I don't know if he's going to make that jump today, but the weight's moving well for him.
Now let's see if Jezza can get in the block hole now.
Yeah.
He's getting a good talking to by Super Coach. He's got his ears on.
You know, he doesn't have a lot to lose. Yeah, 425 again is what we suspected. He hits this, he's still in second, no worse for wear. So, could affect his total a little, but
Actually, I might be wrong, but I think I saw the Jesus coach went with the the paper for a second attempt, but it was rejected due to the timeout. So it might be not his decision for 425.
And that might be for the best anyways.
Come on,
Could be,
Jezza!
of course.
Come on, let's go,
Let's
Jezza.
go, Jezza, 30 seconds.
Yeah, let's not.
He's just
Come
going
on now, Jezza.
When you see a powerlifting bar bending,
Heavy weight.
you're sure that's the serious weight over there.
Oh, here we go
Again.
again.
What's going on? This is
Oh,
getting.
Not
the
again.
crowd is booing.
Now he's got 5 seconds.
No,
it's not
we're
going to
going
happen.
here again.
It's not going to happen.
This is rubbish.
No, it's not going to happen.
No lit. Oh,
Time out.
time out.
Don't let him squat. Don't let him squat. Don't let him waste that. And the crowd is not.
Oh, the crowd doesn't like that.
Right, the coach goes to the jury, and the jury gets up to meet him, and they walk straight to center ref. This is causing pandemonium in the crowd. The crowd have had it.
70 kilo on the bar.
They're not having it.
They are not having. Neither
I'll
are you,
tell
are
you
you?
what, I'm not having it, and I
I
need
ain't
to stop
having it
talking
neither.
right now.
Okay. It's the knees. We know it's the knees, but this man's got to get a squat in.
6.2 pounds over a
He might be just bow-legged. They should just check out what is your locked knee. Everybody's
Honey
knee is
Smith gets
different.
up out of the jury. I'll tell you what, there's trouble.
Mechanically speaking, everybody's knee's a little different. If his locked knee is a little bow-legged to begin with, there's nothing you can do about that's locked, right?
He's passed many a test on this.
Yeah.
He's been ref everywhere, all over the world by international referees.
Okay, let's take nothing away from this. This is 470, Ray Williams. 470, is that, what's the record
He
right
has
now?
been refereed everywhere, that man.
What's going on here?
470 for Ray Williams.
Meanwhile, Ray Williams comes out.
And you are 10. The jury overruled it.
Overruled.
All right,
The
beautiful.
engine is revving here for Ray Williams. Look at this.
Overruled.
He shows who's king of the jungle. Come on, big
Ray Williams on the stage. 470.
Wowzers. Those spotters have got quite the job on them right now. There it is. Oh,
Ray.
whoa! Whoa! And he stays with it. He gets 3 white lights. Wow! And the spotters are probably the second happiest, but look at that. Look at another shot of this 470 kilo getting moved by a massive man. It was a struggle though, let's be honest. It's not like he's jumping up a big jump. That was work. The bar certainly slowed. Well, with the record being 477.5, the record could be broken. with another by a chip, I would say. What are you thinking?
I don't know. The lift seemed really heavy.
It was tough for Ray. It was work.
It was really tough. He had to work a lot, but
you know, when he broke that
in such a weight, 7 or 8 kilograms extra might not be such a big jump.
Sorry to interrupt. I think Jez is about to come back up.
He's got 3 minutes on the clock. It's been again overruled by the jury.
We got to get all on the same page here and just let the guy squat, right?
The situation here is Jezza has been refereed all over the world for years and years by international referees. Something is seriously adrift here that they think he's not locked out at the top, and he is. And the referees, there's about 6 of them sitting there. They're in complete agreement that he is locked out, right? And they have overruled that set of referees there twice now. So that's telling us something, right? And the fact is, this is throwing him off.
Oh yeah, it's got to.
Big time.
It's got to. How can it not? This is
right. But the fact is, he is unracking that and walking out ready to squat it.
He even squatted it the one time and still got taken away. That's a problem. That's a problem.
2 minutes.
I don't know where his mind's at right now.
I'll tell you what, the crowd's behind him because
you can't help but be sentimental towards it.
Come on, Jezza!
Yeah, he's gonna need the crowd.
1 minute.
This is the fight for the silver medal.
And that's the thing too, is there's medals at stake. This man is 100% in there, not just for the squat medal, but
and here he comes! Let's go, Jezza! Jezza, you up! Naru! Come on, Jezza! Look at the crowd! Every nation's behind him!
Now Jezza, obviously, this is officially, he's only missed his opener.
It's his second attempt. Everyone's clapping him on.
Losing count how many times he's walked us out at this point, but officially he's only done it once.
He says, how about it? Are you gonna see it now? He's 3-1 points for Jezza Uefa. Finally. There you go. There's 3 white lines for Jezza Uefa. We like it. Thank you very much. Silver medal.
Yeah, and that was the hardest earned squat attempt you're gonna see. An emotional journey is how I would describe that for everybody here.
And the tension is being built, and it's not only the lifters building the tension, I have to say.
Wow.
Tensions are high everywhere.
Christophe puts 5 kilo after
and
the 340 puts 5 on there.
And the bar or the rack height is being jacked up to the rafters.
It's actually higher than some of the spotters.
Oh yeah, no, spotting this man's gonna be very difficult.
Look at the jump Jezza is taking.
Oh yeah, he's
going right for 460.
You know, the huge like the silver
Jezza
medal
is so sick of that 425.
You know what? So the silver medal for a squat is already his now, but he's doing this because the big chunk of his total is coming from his squat, and he's gonna fall behind and open the door for Kelly Branton to catch up with the bench and deadlift if he doesn't gain it in the squat. So he understands that, and that's just why a little insight into the strategy, why the jump when he already has the silver for this event. He's looking at the bigger picture, but let's take it back to the platform here. 345 for Christophe from the Netherlands. Nope, it's a little too much. Now, it's only 5 kilo difference, but you got that kind of weight on your back.
355 kilo on the back.
Everyone's got a limit. Speaking of limits, so it looks like Ray Williams, 479.
What?
We had suspected he was close to the limit, and that is a world record, yeah. So he's not chipping the world record. Well, it's an extra kilo.
Extra 1.5.
Right.
But yeah, but beyond the chip, I meant. But
Wow, but Ray's just squatting so
instead of it,
beautifully.
yeah.
355 kilo.
But yeah, I was 470 was work for Ray.
Yellow.
Yellow. Thank you, Honey. Technical chair, Honey
We'll
Smith.
see how he handles that. And Kelly Branton throwing it on 10 kilo, going for 420. I feel like if we're looking at strategy-wise, Kelly Branton and the Canadians are telling themselves, look at Jezza. If he misses last squat, we really have an opportunity to move ahead of him in total. Let's not go too crazy in squats and get caught overreaching. Let's not go for this sexy 1,000-pound club. Let's just add kilos towards our total. He's comfortable with the bronze and squat.
Simrast, Estonia, 355.
Nice. No, pitched a little bit.
365 kilo on the back.
And the drums will start to beat again. The Algerian is about to take 365.
And the bar is loaded for
All day, every day.
Bougalam now comes out for his last squat. He's stacked 10 kilo on there. He's a mammoth of a man.
Yeah,
And the
he is.
Algerians have got the war drums going.
Yeah, the war
And the
drums
whole
are
crowd
going.
thinks it's pretty groovy, so they're clapping along.
Now the Algerians seem to like silence when they lift because the drums stop right on cue.
Oh, he's cut it way high.
He might have, yeah.
I think it freaked him out.
I didn't like that height.
Gaston Algeri.
Yeah, it was
Oh.
high.
It was too high.
I think he
He's
knew
got
that,
a
but,
beautiful
yeah.
smile. He says, "C'est la vie."
He does have a nice smile, and you know what? I think he kind of, the way he smiled coming out of that wreck, I think he kind of knew. Yeah, I think I
He
cut that,
kinda
didn't I,
knew.
fellas? I caught it, didn't I, fellas? Right on you for calling me out
I
on it.
lifted it, but it wasn't deep enough.
Yeah. Like a kid getting caught doing something wrong.
For Mafi Golami Mehdi, Iran, 370 kilos.
370 for the Iranian.
Mafia Golimi, Iran. There's Iran.
Oh yeah, Iran is, the supporters from Iran have been very vocal.
There we go.
You know when they're in the house and they have
He's-
lifting.
He pushes his toes up to the end of the shoes, I noticed there. Nice and snug, get that bar in there on the traps. Oh, it's a hell of a weight, 370. Oh, it's
It'll be on the
high.
line. It'll be on the line. We'll see if they like it. It's difficult for these big men.
Oh, he
Yeah.
got the left.
The judges agree. It was borderline. One said no, two said yes. That's all you need. It's got to be it's difficult for some of these big men, to get as deep as obviously like an 83 kilo guy would.
And now Martin Skruza from Latvia will attempt a new European Open
Is that right?
squat record. Right.
405.
And the crowd's giving it to him.
A European record attempt. A European Open record attempt. Martins Cruz.
Come on, Martins. You can do it.
Gee, it was a good dip at the bottom, but
Yeah, you got to dip.
just couldn't get up.
Hit that. Now it's Kelly Branton again. 420 now. This should be within reason for Kelly.
420.
410 moves well.
Exactly 420.
So he's got bronze and squats already.
Yep. And he's, like I had said, he's the world champion bench. So he's looking for him to gain even more ground in the bench.
Now this is Kelly
Now,
Branton.
this is definitely within Kelly's means. The one thing sometimes gets called in on depth. Like a lot of these big men, it gets difficult to hit depth. These levers.
Kelly Branton.
But he's good for it strength-wise. Let's see if he can do it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a little intense. These men are going to be totaling over 1,000 kilos.
Here come the big three. Here come the big three. 925.9 pounds, 420 kilos. Power Pit Gymnasium, Ontario, Canada.
A lot of squeezing going on.
Yeah, shaky walkout, but they always are.
Oh, this looks
Kelly
good.
step.
This
Oh.
looks good.
You know
He
what?
got it.
Yeah,
Woo!
I think
I think he's got it.
I think he does too. Yeah.
3 white lights.
And Kelly's relieved. Look at the look, the relief on Kelly's face.
9
Yeah,
white.
3
That
for
was
3.
sensational.
All you want to do is a super heavy, get 3 for 3 in the squats, build that total, and work from it from there. And that's where poor Jez is trying to finish where he intended to finish with 460. And here we are right now. Perfect segue, by the way. But yeah, so that's a big jump that you had pointed out. But probably 460 is what he had planned, and he's sticking to it. He's sticking to his guns.
Well, he's strong enough.
It's there.
And he's really,
He's going
for
to
sure, he's capable of that because 425 was like a warm-up attempt.
It was.
And the thing is, 460, he can squat 470. So this is actually lighter. He's dropped it
Yeah.
to what the day has taken out of him already.
Yeah,
So he's good
emotionally.
for it. For me, it's a matter of whether the jump, he can handle it.
Yeah, 'cause that's a sizable jump.
Jezza, Uwapa, all of Nauru and all of this stadium are behind him anyway.
Come on, Jezza.
He's just got to put all that behind him now. Woo! And the drums are out for him here. He'll like that. Little bit of First Nation action.
460.
Woo!
That puts there. That's his.
That's what we're talking
That's
about.
his.
The weight suits him.
Yeah, that should be his. And now,
He likes the big weight.
and you know what? It's got to be said. He made it look pretty
likes
easy.
big weight. That weight was too light.
It looked like it was a little easy for him.
That's the problem.
And Ray Williams actually scratched out his next
too
attempt.
light for him. 425's too light. He can't switch on to 425. That's more like the weight he needs on his back.
You know what? A couple things just happened here. It should be noted. Now I know you're excited there, so
I'm
yeah,
going
yeah.
to tell you this again. 425's too light.
Yeah.
He can front squat it. He needs 460 before he switches on.
You know what?
He
Jezza
needs
is.
470. You haven't even seen the best of him
No,
yet.
we haven't. And you know, it should be said, Ray Williams actually passed on his last squat attempt. When's the last time you seen that?
30 seconds.
You didn't see the best of Jezza Uwapa. That's the story.
We all got our sides, apparently. So you know what? Coming into this, people were thinking Ray's got a sizable lead, but now he's walking into the next event, only 10 kilo above Jezza in the squat event. It's a very close race right now, and Kelly Branton went 3 for 3 as well. This is going to turn into a bit of a dogfight.
It certainly is, because Ray's got 470,
Ninjas in the first
Jez has
flight.
got 460, and
You
you
have
didn't
6
even
minutes to
see
change
anything
the
like
total.
what
He's got a lot in the tank. Now
He's
here's
got so much in the tank.
the biggest thing will be, why did Ray lower his weight? Is he telling his people, because he had a world record nomination in there and he said, take it off, it's not my day. When you verbalize that, things change. I'm not saying Ray's going to lose. I'm just saying it's a possibility now. Ray is human, and the rest of the fellas back there now have hope. Worst thing you give an opponent is hope.
I'll tell you what, Jezza would love to take that attempt for Ray and say, let
He
me have
probably
your
would.
third attempt.
You know what? He probably
and I'll show
would.
you what I can squat.
And that's saying something. That's saying something. So Kelly Branton went 3 for 3 in the squats and feeling great. Jezza just
feeling great.
smoked 460 and
Kelly
feeling great.
looks awesome.
And Ray's leaving here a little rattled. Anything can
I
happen.
can say I think Kelly's looking awesome to me.
And I'll tell you what, Kelly, I had mentioned
He's got
briefly.
a big bench.
Kelly is the world champion in the bench press event, and we're moving into the bench. He's going to gain some ground. The
Okay.
battle is on.
It's on, so don't go anywhere. Come back with us for the bench very soon. We'll see you soon.
See you soon.
And welcome back to the World Championships here in Minsk, Belarus. And going into the bench press event, a couple weird things happen here. Now, Ray Williams rarely backs down from a squat battle. Had a world record. Getting loaded for that third attempt, said, no, I'm going to pass on my third attempt. How many times have you seen that at the World Championships? Kelly Branton goes 3 for 3, has all the momentum in the world going into the bench press event, for which he's the current world champion. Jezza, all the drama around Jezza, continually having this walkouts and not getting the start command, gets the start command, doesn't get it, nails 460, all the momentum in the world going into this, and my attention just got brought. We have a 277.5 kilo opener by the Algerian in the bench press event. He has broken the world record, so we have the current world champion and current world record holders. This is going to be an amazing bench battle, and anything can happen.
Wow.
Just a little bit of backdrop.
World record? Okay.
A world record opener.
Okay. We'll swing the camera around right onto the platform there. Garrett Bentley, 182.5 from Canada. It's going to start it off with that first flight.
Thank you.
We have seen one of those already today.
Yes, we have, sir.
Records,
who got that?
right?
Who got that? I don't remember.
I don't remember. I should check the score sheet.
Yeah.
It might have been a Lithuanian.
Yeah.
Amandas.
Yeah, you might be right. Now I remember. There's Garrett from Canada, 3 whites.
And don't forget that name, because I'm pretty sure you're gonna hear more of him.
Yeah, especially if I keep sitting beside you. Got 290 being loaded on the bar.
The bar is loaded for Samuel Jani from Finland, 190 kilo, followed by Raimund and McLaughlin.
Excuse me, my reaching, sir.
275.
I haven't got any profiles from the Finnish lifter.
Yeah, we got a world record opener by the current world record holder.
His coach, he can tell me.
We're getting spoiled today. This is the type of drama you like to see in sports. $90 kilos moves easily for the Finn. Picks up 3 white lights. You know, nobody really wants to have too much of a grinder in your opener. You want to leave room to grow from there. You also only have so much in the gas tank. These guys are large like Titans, but they are humans. Everybody's got a gas tank, and if you see Ray Williams not attempt a third attempt, there's never more of a reminder. These guys, they're human. You know, there's limits. Everybody can have bad days. Question is, can Ray win even on a bad day? And the Aussie, Tony, 200 kilo even opener. Wow.
Whoa, that was quick.
Yeah. And that's how you want your opener to be.
205 kilo.
The amount of effort that took him, and it's kind of silly to say when it's 200 kilo, but the amount of effort it took him is very little. It's got plenty left in the tank, and it's a nice, easy opener.
Come on, Pierre.
Jordan McLaughlin of Great Britain.
120 is his best. So the bar is loaded for McLaughlin.
A 205 kilo opener for Jordan.
Followed by Sydney Dooley.
Going over with the fellas when he would like his lift off. Now these fellas doing the spotting and loading, they all speak Belarusian, but they do know a little sign language. Everyone knows 3. So when they say on 3 and you get the 3, there you go. You see some people coming out talking English, trying to explain how they want it, and that's not going to get you far. Wowzers. Nicely done.
Good lift.
And Jordan gets 3 white lights.
5 kilos still on the back. The bar is loaded for Sydney Dooley, Tyrone, Australia. Followed by Mango.
Tyrone from Australia will also take a stab at 205 for an opener. And thus far, all the openers look very well selected. The Australia team is pretty well represented. They've been at the world level several times, so they know what they're doing. Yeah, what you'd expect. That's a long way up. That's a long-armed gentleman.
A good lift. 215 kilo on the back.
And when you compare the view you get in the lower weight categories and in this one, the bench itself looks so small compared to the lifter.
It's the same bench, ladies and gentlemen. We didn't swap it out. Look at the steely-eyed profile of Steve from Belgium.
15 kilo, followed by Tomila and Bentley.
Just bounces his way onto the platform. He's a little excited, but ever so confident with 215, as you would hope. Now, sometimes when people got to cut weight and things like that, funny things can happen for openers. When you're super heavyweight, a 120 plus lifter, and weight cut's not an issue, the opener becomes less and less, you know, a 50-50 proposition, and that kind of thing happens. Nice, smooth, easy.
Good lift.
Look at him bouncing around on his toes a lot for a big man. He's excited to be here.
Device loaded for Tomila Antti, Finland. 215 kilo, followed by Bentley and
Antti Tomila from Finland, 215 on the bar.
Is his best, so 10 kilo under his best.
He looks pretty psyched up for his opener. Not taking anything for granted. Now, some lifters, they start somewhat calm, and as you go into the second and third attempt, they get more and more amped up, somewhat conserving their energy. Some lifters all out from the first opener, right, and keep that intensity high.
But if we talk about the Finnish guy, he's intense, but he doesn't make a sound.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's very, very true.
His face is silent, but
his face is, he can creep up on you while fighting an inner battle that you never know. But he could be right behind you doing it, and you have no idea how intense this guy is going.
Exactly.
Whereas the screamer, you could be on the other side of the arena and be like, what the hell's going on over there?
90 kilo, 5 kilo under his best, followed by Zavio and Raimund.
Screamer is somewhere in the audience as well.
We'll hear him. You'll find him in a moment. Wait for him to get excited. You know, honestly though, he's not like that off the platform. Well, obviously, he can't be like that off the platform. He'd never get in a restaurant. He'd never get on a plane. Right? You just couldn't survive like that in real life. Now, Garrett Bentley, 190 on the bar. Gets the start command. Nicely done. That hip drive comes in. He almost hip tosses that bad boy off his chest. And that's how you want your openers to look, ladies and gentlemen. Take a look here. Look at this hip drive. See that? Butt stays on the bench, but just literally hip tosses that bad boy off the chest. You know, a woman that knows a thing or two about bench pressing, Jen Thompson, once told me, you almost want to hip toss that bad boy off of you, and it's going to do you a lot of justice as well as press it. Jerry Serio from Finland, 197.5 kilo. And we're already in the second attempt, by the way. So everybody is safe. They've all hit their openers. That's what you want to see.
Looks like the big boys are choosing the openers more carefully.
Yeah, this flight anyways, I mean, it was that other flight, the drama that was circling around Jezza. Let's hope he doesn't have any kind of drama with elbows locked, because my heart can't take it, although 460 flew for him, and it looks like the drama only got him spurred on.
What was happening with Jezza was something I haven't seen in a while.
I've never seen that.
He took 3 lifts, but he had like, was it 5 or 6 lift-offs?
He had a lot of walkout work, put it that way. He was familiar with the weight by the time he squatted it.
Exactly.
At the very least, they didn't let him squat it and waste his energy when it was already not going to count. Now here's 207.5 for Tony from Australia. Ozzy took 200 as his opener and had no major work with it. That was pretty easy stuff.
A bit too easy for the second attempt.
You know what, I was about to say that could have been an opener, but you never know, right? You could always get more risky with your third attempt.
There is a type of lifters. They get 207 really easy, and they go to 210, and it's no lift.
Yeah, I know. And that's true, especially with the bench press. Especially with the bench press. If one of the events is more risky like that, this is it. Now, Big Jordan from Great Britain, 217.5.
This could be the bench has this special. It's so special because it's the only lift out of 3 that has the 3 commands.
Oh yeah.
You have a command at the bottom. You don't have it at the deadlifts. You don't have it in the squats.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, there's more. It's a lot riskier for a lot of reasons, isn't it? Obviously, there's more commands to mess up. There's more infractions. You need your elbows locked out, feet flat. I mean, the pause could be a little long. There's so many ways to miss a bench. It's a little nerve-wracking. That's why these gentlemen bought themselves some insurance by hitting an opener they knew they could get, and in some cases, hitting a second attempt they knew they could get.
True.
But here's a 15-kilo jump by the Aussie. Certainly he can't be called playing it safe. Looking to gain some ground with the second attempt, 220 on the bar.
Focus and listen. Done. Press.
Wow.
Whoa!
Holy smokes. Now, I thought the bar was going to slow down, at least because it's a 15-kilo jump. No such luck.
But it didn't.
Yikes, these guys got a lot more in the tank. We haven't really had a struggle yet. Although once the struggles start, like we had said, the drop-off's going to be quick. Now, Steve from Belgium, steel-eyed Steve.
Have you seen the photo from his lifter's profile?
Yeah. That photo's etched in my memory now. That's quite the steely-eyed gentleman.
Followed by Tomila and Bentley.
222.5 kilo for a second attempt. Heels planted.
Nice.
And we're expecting 3 whites. Yeah. Wow, nobody's missed a lift yet. And we have 225 being loaded on the bar for Antti from Finland. Antti Tamila. Antti looks like he's fighting an inner battle, but chooses to fight in silence.
So at the moment, it's the same weight as his personal best.
This is a 10-kilo jump for him. Look
Look
at him. He makes all the actions like he could be screaming, but nothing's coming out.
He's keeping it all to himself.
What a gentleman, like he's fighting a battle inside of a library and doesn't want to disturb anybody else with this. The inner turmoil he's suffering from. Let's see if this internal battle can get him his 225 kilo second attempt.
Done. Press.
Holy.
It's there.
Yeah, you know what? It was a fight, but I think he might have it. And he does. 3 whites. I like this guy. Even his celebrations are quiet. He lets his lifting do the talking, and he's good for a fight, that's for sure.
And the bar went strong from the chest, but when it went near the lockout.
Yeah, it was some work, wasn't it?
Yeah, so I don't think he's got much in the tank left.
Nope, I think he's nearing his limit.
He might get it off his chest, but he should struggle with the lockout.
Are you thinking 2.5 kilo for him?
That would be a
Best decision, yeah.
safe bet.
Lights. Lights. Oh, the clock. Clock.
There we go.
Bars loaded.
Bars loaded for the Canadian. You know, he was just shy of 300 kilos on squat. Now he's just shy of 200 kilos on bench. He's just shy of those big clubs. He's not being tempted to throw a little extra on the bar just to join these big, nice, round numbered clubs. And that is that's discipline right there. That's maturity. Build your total. That's the big one you want. I like his little hip toss.
Nice.
Yeah, very nicely done.
And he could get 200 definitely.
Yeah, he probably, you know, I thought he had 300 for the squat. I think he has 200 for the bench. He's leaving a little gas in the tank, but he's gone 6 for 6 thus far, and he's got plenty going into the deadlift event. Pacing himself well.
Boys loaded. Jerry. This moves him from 7th to 6th place.
Now we have 200 kilo even on the bar for Jerry from Finland.
Sadio. That's right, Algeria and Iran. Let me hear you up there. Is that Algeria? Iran! You're late.
Yeah, 200 kilo moves well for the Finn. He looks like he has quite a bit more in the tank. It picks up 3 white lights.
Moves him to 6th place.
And we got 212.5 for Tony from Australia. Tony Rymouth.
Thank you.
And Tony has also been piecing together a pretty nice day. I believe he was picking up some national records in the squat. Looking to go 3 for 3 here in the bench press event. We haven't had a single failed attempt yet. Everybody's been ever so consistent. We've seen some fights though in the second attempt, so we're expecting people to start towing that line in their third and final bench. Wow, Tony just murdered that third attempt.
Too easy. That was too easy.
Yeah, certainly looked as though he's pacing himself for a fourth attempt.
If you're here just to get nine lifts out of 9, that's the way you do it. But he should take a little more risk and take the weight a bit up. Jordan was 225.5 for his last attempt.
And Jordan, looking to go. Now we haven't a single failed attempt yet, and everybody's pacing themselves so well. You know, 5 kilo, like we had mentioned, can be a very big jump in bench press if you're close to your limit. Very slow descent, controlled. Whoa, so strong at that. Right off the chest, fires. Yeah, right on Cowboy, right off the platform. Yeah, he's a little happy with it.
This is a national record.
Okay, we have a national record attempt coming up, ladies and gentlemen.
And I just wanted to say hello to all the people in Belgium, especially to Mrs. Ringvoet. This is Gino, the announcer. Mrs. Ringvoet, I love you. Your son is about to bench a national Belgium record. Give him a big round of applause. Thank you.
225 kilo. Gino is all but convinced he's got it in him. Let's see if Steely-eyed Steve has it.
Belgium national record.
It's only 2.5 kilo more in the second attempt. Now I say only, I realize I got this in perspective. It's a national record, but I think he's got it in him. Sings how well he handled the second attempt.
It's there.
It's there for sure, all day. Nicely done. 3 white lights, and that's for back home in Belgium. A national record with ease. Nice, Jets a smooth bench. 227 kilo. Now he had a bit of a fight. We thought he had a fight in his second attempt. We said 2.5 kilo would be, I mean, it's the smallest jump you can make, and we would think he would take the smallest jump, and he did. He's certainly getting fired up for it. I think of all the second attempts, he had the hardest. And we'll see.
I agree.
We'll see if he can take it.
He should be able to make it.
He's a fighter, there's no question. Don't take this guy lightly. Wow, that came up a little too aggressively. Yeah, a little uncontrolled.
It wasn't controlled
No.
downwards, and he couldn't get it right way from the chest.
Look how quickly that almost compressed the heck out. Look how, yeah, that was a little.
He
a little
didn't
too
control the
uncontrolled.
weight.
Yeah.
He didn't control.
So that was the first failed attempt. Not bad. Pretty good track record here with 232.5 getting loaded on the bar for the Aussie.
Let's go, Tyler.
And let's see how he closes out this flight.
I just want to point out that he's the youngest lifter in this group. He's only
That's right.
24
Yeah,
years old.
Born in '93.
It's first year open. His first year in the open group.
Focus.
Holding his own with the big boys. Tyrone from Australia.
Done. Breath.
Nicely done. Should be good for 3 white lights, I would believe. And I am right.
Nice. 232 and a half.
And he goes 3 for 3, and only one lifter failed his attempt in it.
Was the finish guy.
Yeah, and as we move into our next flight, we're going back to the first attempts now. And we're going to start with 192.5. Christoph from the Netherlands.
So 7.5 kilo under his best.
Christoph is appears to be roughly 9 feet tall.
Followed by Mafi Golami and Kuze.
Just a giant of a man. Can't find the bench underneath him right now. You got to almost negotiate your lat muscles to find that thing. Where are we here? It's like trying to balance on a toothpick for this man. Wow.
Comfortable opener.
Yeah, he could rep that for set 10.
Let me hear you, Mustard.
Nicely done.
And he doesn't show much emotions, right?
Well, it's hard to tell. I can't see his face up that high, but take your word for it. And his coach, not even up to his shoulders, essentially speaking to his tricep how to feel. And here comes the Iranian, 205 kilo being loaded on the bar for Mendy. The Iranians are all fired up. Gino was giving it to him, saying, "You guys are late. We know when you arrive. We can hear you." 205 kilo. Listen to this crowd right now.
Crowd is going crazy.
Followed by Kuze and Ray Williams.
Yeah, I just heard Ray Williams' name. Heard that one before. Lift off. That's slow control of the set. Very easy for him. I was just judging by how long his arms were. If he had a big dead, and I'm looking ahead at his dead opener, and yeah, sure as heck, scouting reports are real. Look for the Iranian to have a pretty big deadlift in comparison, so. When you got those long arms, they hurt your bench, but they help you dead.
230 is his best, and the bar is loaded for Cruiser Martins, Latvia.
Here's Martin's Cruz.
From Latvia.
Followed by Ray Williams and Rust.
Come on, Martins. Should be easy lift.
Yeah, 215. Yeah, that is, wow. Picks up easy 3 white lights and 225 being loaded on the bar for the American, the current reigning world champion, king of the lifts, Ray Williams. He had opted to pass on his last squat. Apparently he's cramping up a little bit. And that's what I mean, you're traveling, it's different food. And let's see how much he's got in the tank.
Big Ray, USA.
225.
Setting up that bench. And let me tell you something. He's got a big squat. He's got a big bench. He's got a killer deadlift. There's not many chinks in this man's armor.
It's really hard to compete with the lifters who are really strong in all 3 lifts.
Yeah. And that's what you got with Ray Williams.
Oh. Easy opener.
That was easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Gives a thumbs up. Yeah. And you know what? He may have been, he passed on that 3rd squat, but he also had a little extra time to recuperate. His gas tank's plenty full. Now, we had mentioned we got some big benchers in this lineup. We got 2 people opening up at 255 and 1 at 277.5, which is a world record. So look for some major kilos to be slung in this bench press event. 227.5 being loaded on the bar for rest, Estonia. Setting up that bunch nice and proper before he gets that lift off.
Nice.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
Very easy.
Out to the
Smooth
crowd.
lift.
Yep, 3 whites. You know, even the big men set up their benches like they're large, but they're athletic. And there's no excuses with these fellas. You can't just be big, lay down, and hammer some bench. You got to bring something to the table. Now, someone who definitely brings something to the table, a corrections officer. Yeah, he'd put you in line, that's for sure. Jezza, 255 kilo being loaded on the bar.
255 kilo at the moment fighting for the
Let's hope he's got all the trouble he got with the squats behind him, and he's all about the bench press now.
Look at those chalk marks. Little pats of encouragement as he walks out here. Let's see how he moves. 255.
Whoa!
Wow. With ease. And you know what? Hold on a minute. 3 white lights. No major drama. And he nudges ahead of Ray Williams and temporarily takes the lead ahead of Ray Williams. And that's not often.
That's a fight we've been looking for the...
Yeah, you wanted a fight. You want a competitive battle. And believe me, these men are going to be competitive. 255 kilo on the bar for the reigning world champion in bench press, Kelly Branton. He knows a thing or two about benching, let me tell you.
Strong hands. Hands. Squeeze. Go. Break.
Nicely done by Kelly Branton. 3 white lights. Nice smooth bench.
Kelly.
277.5
Kelly's heating up. Now, a world record attempt in his opener. 277.5 kilo on the bar for the Algerian. Looking to break his own world record. Ilyas from Algeria, the drums are beating for you.
The boys loaded an open world record in the bench. He owns the world record. He's looking to beat his own world record.
Squeezing the bar.
Yeah.
Done. Break.
Whoa!
That was a world record. That was a
was a
world
world
record,
record.
and it was an opener for this man.
And that was overall the biggest bench in IPF.
History. History. Wow.
We have a single lift, just a bit over, but I'm pretty sure it's
Held by
gonna
him
be
as well.
broken.
Held by him as well.
It's gonna be broken today.
Yeah. And that single lift record is 283.
From the 15th to the 13th place.
So we might even see that in the second attempt.
Twist of Netherlands,
based on how smooth that opener was. Now Christophe from the Netherlands, 202.5 loaded on the bar.
Look at the weight.
Okay, yeah, well, so just a heads up, he's gonna do 292.5, just smash the single lift bench only world record in his second attempt. Oh, and Christophe makes easy work of 202.5. Picks up 3 whites.
15 kilograms jump for the Algerian.
Look at that, nicely done. It's a long way up too, just like his squat was a long way down. Yeah, the crowd is starting to get a little rallied up right now. Everyone's getting just a little bit excited, aren't they? And the Iranian coming out for 215 kilo. That's a 10 kilo jump from his opener. Wow, the crowd is like, it's like a soccer stadium in here right now. No pressure for Meaty from Iran. Slow controlled descent. Oh, he should have it, and the Iranian crowd is happy with it. 3 white lights. They're literally on their feet. The Iranian crowd literally on their feet cheering. And he shows their appreciation for their support. Martins Cruz, 222.5 kilo.
222.5 kilo, followed by Williams, Ray, and Rust.
So this is under Cruz's previous personal best, but it's still 7.5 kilo jump. We'll have to see how well he handles it, see if he's going to take a shot at beating his personal best. That was pretty smooth. What do you think?
Smooth.
Yeah.
That's smooth. And he, in the nominations, he had 230. So my guess would be his third attempt will be 230, and he should get it.
Certainly seems to be pacing himself for that. Now here's Big Ray Williams, 235 kilo being loaded on the bar. It's a 10 kilo jump.
And the bar is loaded for Williams, Ray, USA, 225 kilo, followed by Russ and Brandon.
Ray going over to this liftoff. He doesn't seem overly concerned with this weight. I think this should be well within his means.
This is one of the ways how people cope with the stress, you know, they just keep it inside, but outside they just seem relaxed. And
yeah. Well, we've seen Ray turn it on in the squats where he starts stomping the ground, getting amped up.
nice.
And that is a smooth bench. He's got plenty more left in the tank. He's happy with it.
75 kilos still on the back. Same weight on
Tells
the
the
back.
spotters, that's how I want it. Give it to me like that next, and we'll be happy. And 235 on the bar for the Estonian. Last.
235 kilo, followed by Brendan and Jeza Wepa.
A 7.5 kilo jump.
That's a jump from the 6th to the 5th place.
And you hear Gaston Parage, IPF president, doubling as the announcer. Rolling up his sleeves and getting his hands dirty a little bit.
You don't see that too often.
Let's Gino have a little time off. Gino's a hard worker. Here it is. That looks smooth. That looked very smooth. 3 white lights.
260 kilo on the back.
And we are down to the last 3 lifts in the second round.
Yeah, so this is a 5 kilo jump for Kelly. You know, and that's a fairly conservative. His opener moved well. 260 he's hit plenty of times. He should have this.
And that's 260 kilo for Brent Kelly. That's
He's hit 272 before.
Come on,
So it should be plenty within his limit, although anything on any given day.
Eyes loaded. Followed by Jeza Wepa and Bugala Gili.
Come on, KB, let's go. Squeeze, hand strong.
Gets the lift off.
Wow.
Nice lift.
That actually moved, maybe even a little better than his opener. I think he's just starting to warm up now. It's Kelly Brand. Now he's all smiles. You know what? After his opener, yeah, all right, he liked it, but now he's smiling. I think that actually moved a little bit better. He's starting to heat up in 3 white lights. Look for a nice sizable jump. Now here's Jezza.
Going for 265.
Jezza had a nice smooth opener after all the drama he had with his opening squat. It was nice to see he could calm his heart and maybe even settle into this event. The Canadian coaching staff isn't happy about something here. What are they looking for?
The bar is loaded for Jezza Wekpo Nauru, 265 kilo, fighting here for the...
Come on, Jezza.
Followed by Deadlift.
Kelly's going to move up 5 kilo, and they're just getting the blocks in place.
Wow.
Nicely done there. And 10 kilos does not slow down Jezza much. And he's keeping his lead over Ray Williams, 20 kilos. Now Ray obviously has a very big deadlift. Everybody knows this, but Jezza's trying to gain some ground as much as he can. Look at the crowd there. Now this will be another world record, obviously breaking his opener, but it's also going to take the single lift bench only world record, 292.5 kilos. We may see a 300 kilo bench press today, ladies and gentlemen, depending how this one moves.
The biggest bench press in IPF
History.
attempt by 9.5 kilograms.
Yeah, not by a little either. Look at this setup.
He's attempting to smash the previous single lift record.
Yep, held by himself. It's him all over these record books. Oh, it stalls. Nope.
And that's maybe a too big jump. Sorry.
He looks a little dazed.
Just a bit too
A little
heavy.
dazed, yeah.
A little bit too heavy.
You know, I mean, who am I to say when it's just kind of weight and it's bench pressing, but perhaps he didn't need that much weight to smash the open bench only deadlift, or sorry, bench world record. So, but whatever, obviously he felt like he could hit it.
Well, obviously he did it already in the gym.
Yeah, you
but
would assume if it's a second attempt. So we'll see. I mean, people make adjustments. They come back and they hit the same thing they missed. He has one more stab at it. And 205 loaded on bar for Christophe from the Netherlands.
Nice loaded, Reverend Bristol, Netherlands, 205 kilos. Followed by Mafi Golami and Kusa.
Christophe looking to go 3 for 3 in the bench press. Oh, it slows that lockout, but he should have it. Yeah, red lights, and he's happy with it.
Relish the thought mustard.
Take another shot here. That is an awful long way up, ladies and gentlemen, to the 11th floor, but he locks it out. And 220 on the bar for the Iranian, and the crowd is ever so behind him. 5 kilo jump. Second one was work.
second one was wrong work, but 5 kilogram jump, I think he's capable of that.
It's certainly reasonable, but it's going to be on his limit. Is it just beyond his limit or just under? We're about to find out. It's Stark, man. There's some stuttering, no.
Give him a big round of applause. Snowden.
Gives the crowd a little bow. Yeah, he shakes his head. Yeah, it's a little much, fellas. A little much for today. We'll get him next time. And here's 227.5.
For Martin Skruiser from Latvia.
This is your boy.
As we say, it's Bralukas from Latvia.
What does that mean?
Brother.
Is that right? That's how close you guys are, the two nations.
Yeah, actually we are.
Language is the same? Very similar?
We have the same pedigree, but the languages are a bit different.
But you can understand each other?
Not that much.
Really? Okay.
But if you don't know the language, it sounds pretty similar.
Okay.
But when you know it, it's not that similar.
Well, your brother with a different language has got 3 white lights, my friend.
And I'm really happy for him.
And he struts off. 3 for 3 in the bench event, now 240. And loaded on the bar for Ras of Estonia.
240 kilos, trying to get the first place. Come on, give big hands.
How about Estonia? They're your brothers as well?
They
Eastern
are
European.
brothers, cousins.
Yeah, cousins. Okay, we're getting a little further, but okay.
Yeah, a bit further.
Still relation. Okay.
Still related.
And us Canadians are like second, fourth removed cousins. We'll see every 4 or 5 Christmases, and that's it. Okay. We're
Sounds good to
established.
me.
Yeah. 240. Whoa, it's a fight, but I think he's got it.
He's got it for sure.
3 white lights.
242.5 kilos on the bar. This is
And yeah, 242.5 kilo being loaded on the bar for Ray Williams.
And he's getting ready
So
with
it's
his
a
headphones on.
7.5 kilo jump.
242.5 kilos.
It should be well within Ray's means.
Come on, Big Ray.
He's passed on a lift, but he's never missed a lift yet. No grinding, plenty of energy in the tank. He actually only put in 2 squats, so he's got a lot of gas left over.
Big Ray Williams.
Being very strategic with his attempts. I'm expecting him to do very well here. Look at those deadlift arms.
It's there. It's there.
Yeah. You know what? I think that was the perfect attempt selection right there. It was just enough that it's going to be work, and he'll get it, and get 3 whites, and leave on a high like he is. He hasn't missed a single lift yet. Plenty of gas in the tank for the deadlifts, where hopefully he solidifies his win, and I say hopefully for the Americans. Jezza, Kelly Breton, and the rest of the field will have something to say about that.
And that could explain why he didn't take his last attempt for the squats.
You know they
He's
talk
keeping
about
his
yeah.
tank for the deadlifts.
It's always calculated moves. These aren't decisions made on the women. Here's Kelly Breton, fired up. He knows
265.
bench is his event. He wants to gain some more kilos onto his total. This is 5 kilos he needs.
Kelly Brandon.
Nice off the chest. He's a fight to lock it
It's
out.
there,
It looks like
it's
a
there.
Whoa! And Kelly Breton locks out 265.
2-1, good
And
lift.
he's happy with it. Look at that celebration. You gotta celebrate your victories when you fight like that for them. He gets a red, but he pays it no mind. Take a look at this fight. Fast off the chest, tons of hip drive, but there's a battle to lock it out. And he gets it, so that's 5 more kilo for his total. And Jezza Wepa also jumping 5 kilo. He's going to attempt 270 kilo.
He needs this lift to stay in the fight for the total.
Yeah, he's anticipating falling behind a little with the deadlifts. But right now, here is your man in the lead in the 120 plus. Jezza.
And he's got the whole crowd behind him.
Oh, he's a crowd favorite for sure. Nicely done. Wow. You know what? If 460 for his last squat looked like he had more in the tank, I think 270 looked like he had more in the tank. And these guys are not missing lifts. Not from strength, that's for sure. Now, speaking of missed lifts, there's another stab at a world record, 292.5.
292.5 in classic bench press.
Can he make an adjustment? He just put a little chalk under his eyes, almost like he wanted a little war paint for this one. Look at this guy. You'll see
He's
when
a
he comes
warrior.
up. He's the warrior. This time he means battle. The first time he was joking. This time he's serious.
3-lift competition, bench press only. 2 world records, open world records in one.
Nice. Whoa, at the lockout. Nope. He says take it. Take it, boys. He said take it. A little hesitation. When he says take it, you take it. Wow. He's all smiles. And we got another shot here. This failed world record attempt just at the lockout.
Unfortunate lift.
Well, my man.
Short recap.
Yeah, we'll do a quick recap here because we only have 10 minutes. But wowzers, Jezza moves himself into position. He's in #1 pole position right now. We're expecting that to change once the bar hits the ground and Ray starts deadlifting. Ray's got a hell of a deadlift. But how about Jezza now? Sitting at 730 subtotal, and that's crazy, that's a subtotal. That's a nice total for some gentlemen. Ray Williams not far behind with 712.5, and then Canada's Kelly Britton with 685, and then we also saw that world record attempt. It's shaking up. It's shaking up a little bit. It'll come down to the deadlifts. Ray Williams looked to have paced himself, and like a strategic move saying, I'll pass on my last squat attempt, save the little gas in the tank, and I think he's looking to solidify his win in the deadlift. What do you think?
This could be 2 reasons why Ray Williams took off his last attempt for the squats. Either he felt some injury coming up and tried to protect himself, or he's just saving energy for the last deadlifts. But I'm sure that Jezza is also capable of fighting for the gold, and I think the battle is on. And just stay with us and don't miss a single lift.
That's it, because I tell you what, if one of these guys misses a lift, somebody's getting the medal swapped. We're going to be back. 8 minutes. Don't go nowhere. The bar's hitting the ground. The competition's about to start. The deadlifts.
See you.
And we're back at the World Championships of the IPF here in Minsk, Belarus. It is the men's 120 plus open, and the man himself, Ray Williams, slightly behind after the first two events. Opted to not take his third squat attempt. He had a world record up on the scorecard and decided, I'm going to pass on it. I'm going to leave a little gas in the tank. And we're going to see, entering into the deadlift event, if that chooses to be a good situation where he's got a little more gas and he's going to leave it on the platform in the third and final event. What do you think?
How incredibly exciting, and thank you for that wonderful wrap up. It is going to be absolutely marvelous, this deadlift session. And I think we're nearly ready for a start with Garrett Bentley 265, and he's going to rip and grip. That's what I can tell you.
You know what? Garrett is gone 6 for 6 so far, piecing together a nice day. This is how you build your total. And as soon as he hits his deadlift opener, his total is solidified.
And the total comes down to this, their last session of deadlifts. Last deadlifts of this year, World Championships. Will the Ray Williams be able to keep his crown, or we will get Jezza
Or
for
Kelly.
the gold? Or Kelly, of course.
Now let's see here. 265. It's a nice, comfortable opener. I'm expecting Garrett to make easy work of it. But thus far, Garrett has had really good attempt selection. The Canadian team has gotten just enough out of him. I can expect him to probably go all out on his third and final deadlift. They played it so tight up until now. Certainly, he has energy left to expend.
290 kilo is his best. He starts here with 265. It's the bar loaded. And the bar is loaded for Bentley Garrett, Canada. 265 kilo, followed by McLaughlin and Rhinewood.
There's a little clasp of the belt, and he's off.
Okay, so
Digs in his heels for battle. Yeah, that's smooth and easy stuff right there. That's how you want your opener to look.
Do we know what was the goal for the winner of 120?
Jordan McLaughlin from Great Britain.
And just like that, Garrett's total is assured. He's made a lot of good attempts, him and the Canadian coaching staff. In terms of attempt selection, I wouldn't be surprised if he ends off 9 for 9 and 300 kilos being loaded on the bar for Jordan McLaughlin of Great Britain. You know, this flight, remember in the bench press, I think we saw maybe 2 failed attempts. Like, there's such good attempt selection going on in this flight in particular. Very well chosen. The coaching staff is getting so much out of their athletes. And he looks like he's got bench press arms, because that looks a little harder to grab for him. Everybody's got levers that work for certain events, but he gets it up. 300 kilos as an opener. Easy work. 3 white lights.
it's interesting, like you say, you get a look at the guys when they come out to the deadlift, and you get a look at their proportions, their arms in relation to their torso length.
Yeah.
And you get more of a sense of their deadlift difficulties or how they're going to go about it, don't you? You don't really notice that when they come out to squat even.
No, you look at him under a new light almost, right? You size him up a little differently.
Yep. And here's our Tony, 302.5 on the
Are there any Aussies out there?
bar for him to pull this, currently sitting around 11th position.
Now, I believe he pulls this, and it should solidify all of his national records.
Yeah, so that's obviously what he's looking for.
Nicely done, and he does. So we got 3 white lights.
All right, they're out there.
Nicely done, Tony.
Yep.
And Tyrone from Australia. We got back-to-back Australians here.
Yeah, 310.
The Aussies are well represented in this flight. 310 being loaded as an opener. Green and yellow.
it's interesting. Some of the big guys who are in the next flight actually have much lighter openers than these guys.
Is that right? Oh, you are right. We got a deadlift party here in this flight.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice observation there, Chrissy.
So Xavier and Sanituli fighting here for some positions.
Yes.
It's 2.5.
So good opening deadlift. There's 310.
That's a nice
Gets
smooth.
the chest up. Wonderful, strong deadlift by Tyrone.
Yeah, in terms of a conventional deadlift, all the levers were in all the right
For a
places.
super, yeah.
Yeah, you know what? For super heavyweights, getting
guys-
into that conventional
Yeah.
can be difficult at times, and
Yeah.
he has negotiated it nicely.
No, he's done really well because you look at Jezza and
Bars loaded.
they're not opening this high even.
Followed by Rango and Xavier.
And take a look.
Auntie.
Auntie is just suffering in silence right now. This
Yeah.
young man, I want to give him a hug.
Fighting with Brandon in bench press.
But it works for him. Look at him.
Weight in bench press.
Watch this weight fly off. This is 310 kilos, and he's going to make it look like an empty bar. Watch this. Yes, sir. Gets the
Wasn't
down
that
command.
easy?
Uva, Swami.
And that is one strong fin.
Lift, 315 kilo on the bench.
They got the Finns have got Suomi on the front of their singlet because that's the name of Finland in their language.
Ah, you know what? I didn't know that. Okay. I thought, well, who is that sponsor?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Wow, we got it all backwards calling them from Finland. Okay.
Yeah.
So 10 kilo on the
Now, Steve,
Almost 700 pounds
Belgium.
on the bar. 315 kilos.
it's a 315 kilo opener.
Steve Belgium, followed by
I
Xavier
believe
and
Steve also broke some national records today. If my memory serves me right, it's been a little bit of an exciting day. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but
Yeah.
He did bench national records.
yeah, that's right. That's what I want to say. I
I'm
remember
not sure
Gino.
about the squats, but he did bench national
He
record.
went for some Europeans, didn't he?
I believe he definitely went for at least the Belgian,
He went for okay.
at the very least, possibly European as well, and 3 whites.
335 kilo on the back.
Look at that.
Take a bit of a jump now to 335 for Yari.
Yeah, you know what? I mean,
He
and
didn't go for European record because it's way higher. It's not 225.
335 on the bar for the Finn. Representing Swami. And yeah, this is a pretty big opener, isn't it?
The bar is loaded for Xavier, Jari, Finland 335 kilo, followed by Bentley and McLaughlin.
Oh, we got looks like we're gonna have a sumo puller. Not the widest of stances, but at very least hybrid.
What? Steve Ringoot's put in 387.5.
Is that right? Holy!
He's put in 70 odd kilos.
Is that just bad handwriting
just a
and they
typo?
misread it? Because 70 kilo jump is a world record in and of itself. I just made
That
that,
can't
up, but
be
that
right.
sounds.
387.5.
What is? Sorry. What is
277.5
the?
kilos for Garrett.
What the?
Yeah, the world record is 392.5, and he's going just below the world record in the second attempt.
With 70 kilo jump.
This is all types of
Crazy.
dramatic.
It looks like typo.
It's got to be either a typo, and they better fix it
Should
because
I
they're
go
going to
check?
load. Yeah, you know what, Chris? You might save somebody's arms from coming off. Thank you, Chrissy. And Garrett Bentley from Canada, 277.5 kilo loaded on the bar.
Coach, please come here from Belgium. We do not understand what you wrote here on the ticket.
Nicely done. Garrett Bentley just smashing through his attempts with ease.
To me, it looks like 327, but
Okay.
it's been roughly written.
Okay,
Yeah, but
well,
that would make more
you
sense.
just saved somebody from losing some limbs and some capillaries in his facial region, possibly his eyeballs.
220 is his best.
The
Yeah,
coach has got a
327.
smile
You don't
on
want
his
somebody's
face.
bad handwriting
There we go. They've
to
changed it down to 327.
cost somebody. Exactly.
Okay.
Bias loaded for McLaughlin Jordan, Great Britain.
Nice catch there, Chrissy.
2.5 kilo, followed by Ryan
And
Williams
312 and a half loaded on the bar for Jordan McLaughlin of Great Britain.
Wow. Sit up.
Jordan getting a nice little grip on that bar
Yeah.
and taking it for a ride. Oh, the knees shake, but he looks to lock it out. Nicely done, Jordan.
Nice.
Should be 3 whites, and it is. And it is.
We are the 12.5 kilogram.
Yeah, he does a little hip pump, and you see the knees start shaking right here.
Australia, 312.5 kilo.
That's just the central nervous system revving. The engine starts
Come
revving.
on, give me count here.
Nothing wrong with a little bit of
Come on,
work.
Tony Reinhold.
Tony Rymouth of Australia, 312.5 kilo loaded on the bar. Tony takes that quickly with authority and locks it out.
Yeah, looks sweet.
And he looks like he's got some in the gas tank. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes for a 320.
Kilo on the back. Wilkes turns in his next to
Now next the finish.
Yeah, the Finn, Antti Tomila, Finland. 315 kilo on the bar. Anti's getting worked up. Now he handled 310 pretty well. I'm expecting him to get this. He's hit 325 previously in competition. This should be well within his means. Certainly has pieced together nice days thus far.
That's a very conservative jump from the opener to the second attempt, only 5 kilograms in the deadlifts.
And when
in
you
the
look
super
at-
heavyweights,
Yeah.
heavyweights.
Yeah, for sure. And then when you look at also his previous best, it's another 10 kilo beyond that. So maybe he likes his big jump to be at the end. We're gonna find out. Let's see how he handles this. He might be saving a little gas to make a big play on this third attempt, and that's where he likes to go a little YOLO. He's getting worked up for this though, isn't he? Considering it's not a major jump from his opener. Oh,
Yeah, it's
no.
way heavy. Yeah.
He's running, and that's why. That's why he has small. Maybe
I
perhaps
guess
he
he felt
sensed.
there's nothing left.
Yeah. He's
And he
running a
just
little out
took
of
a
gas.
shot, but
Yeah.
didn't work.
When you know, you know. And you know what? Hey, look, he solidified his total with his opener. At the very least, like he's walking away with a total, and he'll have another shot at that. Maybe he rests up a little bit. With a short flight like we have right now, the time to recuperate isn't very much when you're moving this kind of weight. It's almost like if you're lifting with, LS says, it's like lifting with your buddies, and you're just taking turns at your PRs when the flights are this small, right? It's like, oh, it's my turn now. Not very much time to jump around.
Here's Tyrone, 882. I'm just looking at his total here. I'm pretty sure this is very close now to his PR total. And he squeezes that up beautifully.
Yeah, he looks like he should have that.
I reckon he's going to smash his own PR total, as we see Gary Williams,
Nicely done.
who's coaching him. I reckon they're going to go.
Look at the size of that man's arms right there. His biceps bulging. Yeah, he has a very nice conventional pull on him. And he handled that jump.
Yeah.
25 is his best. This is a new personal best for Steve.
Yeah, personal best for Steve Rangoot here.
Trying a personal best.
So it's awesome to see these guys. They've built their totals through their day to get these personal PBs on their second attempt at the deadlifts. And just goes to show that
327.5 kilos for the big man from
they've
Belgium.
held their energy together.
722 pounds. Let's go,
Sometimes
Steve.
we're not aware whether they've had to move things up or down. So when we realise that their PBs are here and now, we know they're in their own block. Oh!
Wow.
Wow!
Well done.
Imagine getting your PB total
That
with
easily.
a deadlift like that.
Nice.
Oh, and there
Yeah,
you
and
go.
he's happy.
There's a celebration.
352.5
And you see he's going to be pumped to come out for the next one, isn't he? With that feeling.
5 attempts to
Yeah,
change
he's-
You know, it didn't even really hurt him too much.
No, he's got
really.
gas in the tank.
Yeah,
I would say
yeah.
he's good for at least another
Yeah,
5
what a
kilos.
feeling.
But he really struggled with the lockout. So,
He did, yeah.
But he won't.
Well, Captain
Won't
Fun
let that worry
Stomper
him.
chimes in a
Come
little
again.
here.
Yari.
Now here comes the other fin, 352.5 kilo on the bar. 17.5 kilo jump. Now we're getting into some healthy jumps here.
Bias loaded for Savio, Jari, Finland, 252.5 kilo, followed by Bentley and Tomila. 5 attempts to change the load.
We haven't seen any of these guys slipping on the like we had seen earlier in the week, had we?
Yeah, I wonder if they did a little fixing
Yeah, they
of the
might have done a
carpet.
bit of maintenance. Oh, he pulled
They
it.
did. I'm getting a nod from our Viva TV personnel that they fixed the carpet. So
Right.
there you go.
Okay. Wow. Wow.
Slowly.
Oh.
He's a little excited. That is a big deadlift though, 352.5. They're just going over the next attempt. The celebrations are cut short. We still got work to do, young man. Pull it back, pull it back. Celebrate after your last one.
Yeah, 282 now. For
Speaking of,
Bentley.
this would be the last dead for Garrett Bentley. Looking to go 3 for 3. Actually, he's looking to go 9 for 9. Has not missed yet.
Look, he hasn't hit his PB total or deadlift here.
Yeah.
But
So he's staying within his means.
yeah, it'd still be 3 from 3, so he's had to adjust something along the way just for the occasion. And
You know,
during the week, I've spoken to a few athletes and asked them how did their lifting day go, and they've said, look, I had to drop openers, I had to drop this and that.
Yeah, I was one of those
You
people.
were one of them. But, you know, savage weight cut.
Take
up
what's
in the-
there.
Yeah, you've got to do what you've got to do. The flight, the travel, whatever. Not these guys, but other guys have had to cut weight.
Yeah, I mean, you take what's there on any given day.
Here we go. Oh,
Nope,
no,
it's a
it
little
wasn't
too much.
there, and he's not happy.
No, he is not happy with that. Well, look, he's only missed one lift all day. Oh, he's
That's
really
it.
upset, isn't he?
No, he's furious.
That's not the way you
Because
want to
he's so
end
much
your lifting.
lower. Yeah, it's so much lower than
Yeah.
his total.
He feels as though he's capable of more.
Yeah, and did you how did you, even though you did a savage weight cut and you had to settle for much under your total?
Yep, I got drunk that night and was fine with it. I think you know that, Chrissy. You saw me.
I think I know that. I think I know what happened.
You weren't sure if I was going to cough it up on there, but I'll go there.
You front it up the next day like
Yeah,
a
there you
champion.
go, there you
Like
go.
a champion. 315 again for
315.
Ante. He's where is he? I can't even see him down the
Yeah,
race.
I don't
and
see
the
him either, and
TC's
it's-
gone looking.
Oh, looks like he's
and
going to...
Looks like he's just
Yeah, he's going to let the
given
fellas have a
to the
minute break.
guys.
Yeah.
He's had enough. It didn't get
Good
to
to
his
see.
knees.
You know
Yeah.
what? I was just about to say, I think
Yeah.
the same thing you were about to say is good decision. I mean, if it's not going to happen, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, look, it didn't get to his knees, and he was getting really frustrated with
Yeah,
it. You could
yeah.
see that he was really annoyed.
You know, when you feel like that, don't augment
Don't
it
go
more
it.
and feel more
What's
bitter.
the point
Yeah.
of
You know when you had enough.
That's right. So, you know, I think these guys, you've got to just, as you said, the piece of paper, the logic, the nominations go out the window. You've got to work with in the trenches here with what you feel and what's
100.
going on. It's hot. It's quite humid here in the mornings. It's not as bad this afternoon. We've been getting afternoon thunderstorms come through because the humidity is so high here. It's quite hot, and the supers feel it. They get very hot
Oh, yeah,
anyway.
these are
they just sweat walking
300
around.
and some
Yeah.
odd pound men, yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, nominations are nominations. They're set in different places at different times under different conditions.
Yeah.
You get here, you've got to drop things.
Yeah.
You know, other people wake up and feel fresh as a daisy.
This is where you show you're a professional. Adjust what's there on the day so you don't bomb out, because you
That's it.
can if you don't
That's it.
adjust.
You know, and sometimes, you know, conditions suit certain people because
And there's another
yeah,
thing.
exactly.
There's another thing, yeah. It's I mean, next year's World Championships are in Canada. A lot of
That's
North
right.
Americans are going to enjoy home-cooked food, so to speak, right?
Absolutely.
So it's a
Things
lot
they're
more
used to
favorable,
and
yeah.
whatnot, and other people are going to say this is really strange.
This is terrible. I hate
Yeah.
Canada. You know,
No one's going to say I hate
I
Canada.
finished your sentence for you then.
Stop
And
that.
but yeah, the truth is that's why you got to rotate the world so everyone
And
has
that's
home,
why we
home
rotate.
court.
Yeah. So
Here we
Jordan
go.
McLaughlin, 320 now.
Oh, he's all types of fired up for this one.
Yep.
Jordan McLaughlin's 7.5 kilo jump. That could be all the kilos in the world when you got right at the end of your rope here. Wow. Oh, it's a fight at the lockout.
There we go.
Whoa, a
And he's
little
doing-
untidy.
Oh, he's tempted to ramp the
He
thing.
is, he is.
He's trying to fudge it at the top, but they're not going to
I couldn't hear
fall
if you got
for
the
it.
command. I couldn't hear. No,
Yeah, he doesn't fall for it. They don't fall for that.
You know what? It was so close. You're just like, please give him that down command.
Yeah.
Get another replay here. Yeah, he revs that engine and he shakes like a leaf on a tree, but yeah, he isn't fully locked out, is he?
And this is just under Tony Reinmert's
close to
personal
it.
best. He has pulled 326, so this is just under. He knows what this feels like, but here and now, you know, let's see. And this will be an Australian total. The Australian total record is
Oh, no kidding.
870.
And I think he's about to take it. I think he has it.
And with 880, he
gets
set
it.
a new Australian record total with
Let's
3
see it.
white lights
Nicely
here in
done.
Belarus.
Now there's a nice way to finish your day.
Okay.
3 white lights, 3 for 3 in the deadlift event,
I'll
and a
take
new
it.
Australian world record.
Come on, Miles.
National record.
National record. Yeah, you take that home with 10 kilos. That's a big record. Good on you, Tony. And that's for his little niece, Olivia.
No.
5 kilograms increase for
Yeah, fairly conservative jump in the deadlift event for fellas this big, but when you're close to the edge, you know it.
And look at Steve bopping away to the tunes,
Yeah, he is,
getting his
isn't
groove on. And he says, I'll just take one last bit of groove
Yeah, he will.
out on the platform, and then we'll take 332 for a spin.
taking his time.
And they'll have a little dance with
yeah,
332 in his hands.
Let's go, Belgium.
Whoa, he says, whoa.
Yeah, he's coming ready. He's ready to fight.
Oh, he flexes it.
This is gonna be right at his limit for him.
There we go. Oh, it's heavy as all get out. He says, no, I'll come back another day for
Well,
that.
his previous, I believe his previous successful attempt was a PR for him, so this was definitely an ambitious move. But this is the place to get ambitious.
Yeah.
And 332.5 is going to stay on the bar for the Australian. Tyrone.
Meanwhile, Tyrone goes for the 890 total. 890 now. So there we go.
Oh, wait a second.
Yeah. This is an 890 total.
He's looking to
Yep.
get on top of.
Jump it.
So this will be another national record?
He wants to get the jump.
Okay, this could be another
If he gets it,
Australian
he's
national
gonna be
record.
on the top of the Group B.
Let's see it.
He's 10 kilos up. Can he get it? He's
Wow,
pulling
it's
it
moving
through.
with
He's
speed
pulling
from
it
the
through,
floor.
and he
It's
looks
there.
down and he says, how about it?
Yeah.
It's there.
And Gary Williams checks out the scorecard and he says, my boy got it. And so he has. He walks off with 890 worth of Australian total record. Good job, you two.
Yeah, locks those knees, and you know what? He looked at the reps as if to say, give me my down command, please. Any moment now, gentlemen. This is getting heavier at the moment. Now, 357.5 kilo. This is a big deadlift
It's
by
gonna
the fin.
get even with Ray Williams opener.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, this is Ray Williams opener. Ray Williams can deadlift, let me tell you something. So,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, this is a very big deadlift, ladies and gentlemen.
This is a huge deadlift, and he's in the second flight.
357.5 kilo. That's the last
But
lifter from the
Ray
first
will
group,
open on this.
followed by Boogalan and
Yeah, there's only this gentleman actually opened higher than the majority of our next flight. He is a deadlifter, as you had pointed out earlier. And he's a sumo puller for a super heavyweight. That's pretty odd. Nope, a
No.
little too much.
He says thank you
Roughly
and goodbye.
Thank you. Yep, thank you and goodbye. Thanks for the support.
I've had it, and he walks off.
Thank you, but not today.
Yeah.
Well done, guys. As we swing into our second group now. And Ilias was doing some bodybuilding posing just then and enjoying the crowd giving it to him. He's having a great day.
If he feels pressure, he's not showing it.
He's not showing any pressure whatsoever. 275. He says, "Come on, more volume."
He's like a good showman. I'm only coming out when the volume hits a certain pitch. Well done. Now he obviously isn't very concerned about his opener. Leisurely strolling out.
Wow. Easy opener. He'll stack on some weight next.
Yeah, he's looking for the lights as if it's going to be anything but white.
Hey, how about it?
He likes the tension.
It actually wasn't, the bar wasn't completely to his body. Now, obviously, he didn't need to, he wasn't overly worried about it.
So easy.
Yeah. He bench presses that, literally.
Yes. Kelly now 290.
Now Kelly should also move this pretty easily.
Yeah, just some really nice, easy openers just to get moving again. And
well below what Kelly's capable of.
Yeah.
Considering his previous results, it should be a really easy opener.
Oh yeah, yeah. Kelly does this for reps. And this is how you want to pick your openers, though. You don't want to overly struggle with your openers. Just lock it out, get the down command, and yeah.
You don't win the meets by your openness. You win it by your last attempts.
You would think, unless you got a ridiculous opener like the 105 pole.
Verbitsky, like the Verbitsky.
But he's the deadlift god, so he's maybe
yeah, but
only.
he's the exception.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yes, he is, sir.
He's not the rule.
He came down from Mountain Olympus yesterday and graced us with his presence and went back.
The bar is loaded for Jeza Wemba Nauru.
305.
Jez is here. The contender for the gold in total.
Jez is back.
He is. He's currently wrestling in first place, actually.
Come on, Jeza.
So Jeza snaps the belt shut.
Yep.
And tries to reach down for the...
Yeah, see, that's where it's tougher to deadlift for these super heavyweights.
Oh!
And that's more a thing of levers than strength. I think he's going to figure that out and hit it.
He's coming back.
It kind of looks awkward for Jezza, doesn't
it? 100% does. No, it 100% is an awkward movement for Jezza. And the chalk back there isn't very good. We were looking for specific blocks, not the chalk that they have there. We found some from the Australian team. Good sportsmanship on them. Yeah, the Australians, we'd like to know. They're passing out the blocks of chalk to help out other lifters, but the chalk is not very helpful, put it that way.
Yeah, different brands have got different proportions of the various magnesium and the...
I'm not a big chalk connoisseur, but I know how it feels. I know how it feels, yeah. And it didn't feel good. Now let's take a look here. Yeah, the Iranian.
Mehendi.
Nicely done. Yeah, look at those hands. He wants that down command pretty soon. You know what? I got a feeling. Did he drop that?
Yes.
No,
he gave it away.
Dropped it.
327.5 kilos.
He's saying he dropped it at the knees, but you can't drop it anywhere. Somebody better tell him. Did he drop it at the knees?
Understand.
I think he thinks he's allowed to drop it at the knees.
But he's totally dropped it.
Maybe
he thinks he can.
Well, hopefully someone tells him so he doesn't do it again. He's like, no, but I dropped it at the knees. Yeah, we know, bud.
Yeah, that's not allowed.
That's the issue, my friend.
That's what we're telling you.
Don't drop it anywhere.
Don't drop it at all.
Somebody want to run back there and tell him, or?
Okay.
Well, I'm not leaving my chair.
He should know it already. He's on the world stage.
You're 100% correct.
Exactly.
I just hate to see a guy bomb out not knowing. Okay, so 327.5
from Martin.
There we go.
Are you suggesting I go run and tell him?
You do whatever you want to do, love. Let's just... There we go, shoulders back. Look how nicely done that was. Martin knows.
And the smile.
Look at the little jig by him, eh? Little showmanship, little Michael Jackson moonwalk off the... Hey now. Plenty more in the tank by Martin. And 340 on the bar for the lifter from the Netherlands, Christoph.
Fight for the silver medal.
It's a long way up for this guy. double overhand hook grip. Wow.
That's weird what we saw from the lifter from Iran.
Look at the double overhead hook
It's
grab.
still on my mind.
Well, the thing is, the only concern I have is he thought he's okay to drop it from knees. Yeah, but I dropped it from knee level. And the only I think Chrissy's gone back there to tell him you hate to see a guy come back out, not nose any. You don't want to see a guy bomb out.
Just because of he didn't properly read the rules.
Yeah, and I know what you mean where you should know the rules if you're here, but if you could do something about it, sometimes you feel obligated to, and Chrissy's got the heart the size of all of Australia, so here we go.
Second last opener in deadlifts for
Yep,
Estonian.
340 on the bar for
Team
Rast
Rast.
from Estonia. Nicely done.
Nice.
Good lift.
Strong lift.
Lights.
57.5 kilo on the back.
Take a look at this. And
Here's
Ray,
the man.
who opens the highest in squat, is going to open the highest in deadlifts as well. He has made major, he's got a lot of accolades for his squat. He's getting a lot of accolades for his deadlift. He's making some major headway in the deadlift event. And I think we might see some major ground covered in the deadlifts by Ray. It's like a kid with a new toy. You just want to play with it. And his deadlift is just moving.
And this lift will lift him literally to the top spot.
Yeah, just like that. And that's what a big deadlift can do. He jumps from second to first, and everyone kind of seeing this coming. When you're looking ahead, you see the deadlift opener and the projected totals, but the lifting's got to be done on the platform, not on the projected totals, not on the nominations. He's going to get a lot more fired up for the deadlifts than he does bench press.
Ray Williams.
Set it up right now.
Look at that. Look at the flex in the bar when he gives a little hip pump. Like this man can pull the slack out of a bar so easily. Look at that. That's a joke for Ray. That was a joke for Ray. That's what I was saying. His deadlift is getting his, like, people talk about a squat. They're going to start talking about his deadlift.
Oh, he's the
Actually, that's
joke
very
for Ray.
true.
Well, the flex in the bar
Everybody
gets
talks about his squats.
he pulls the slack out of the bar like it's nothing. Like he's not trying, and the bar is bending.
Somehow
What is
deadlifts are left behind, but that's really impressive. 392 and a
392. So Ray could easily hit a 400K dead. We might see today. Depends if he feels pressed. If someone's pressing him, 400K will get loaded on the bar if he has to pull it. But if he doesn't have to, then he might just pull enough he needs. It's kind of a risky proposition. He's not going to risk the gold medal overall for a nice round PR of 400. So we'll see how it plays out. But I'm sure he might have it in the tank.
It doesn't look that way, does it? Because Jez is not, he's missed that first one. It doesn't look like the pressure's there anywhere near there now,
exactly.
does it?
If he had to, could be a different story, yeah.
Sure. Ilias,
290.
290.
And this is all bench press stuff. This was less than his last bench attempt.
Give me more.
He's having fun.
Give me more energy.
He's
He's
having fun.
enjoying every moment here, and that's what it's all about.
It's a little untidy. There's some rocking around when he gets that dead, but I think he's got bench press arms, which makes it a lot harder to grab that bar, and he gets pulled out of position because his arms are short. But so he's essentially working with bench press weight on his deadlift. It is what it is. He's having fun. And
Here's
305
for Jezza.
Now Jezza, it came out of his hands. He attempted this weight for his opener. It looked a little awkward for him. It's not his first day deadlifting though, so he's going to make the adjustments.
He wants the bar scraped down, brushed down.
And they can ask for it.
No, it's too late. He got called.
Oh, did he get called?
Yeah.
Come on, Jezza, you need this.
As he's saying, it was too slippery for him.
Well, and his hands aren't even overly chalked.
No. And he needs really good grip because his thighs are so big they push his hands out.
He needs to get himself a block of chalk and in a hurry.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Now, do they like his knees? That's been an issue.
What just happened?
Yeah, well, it wasn't.
Jezza.
I mean, you got the feeling it's almost never going to be a strength issue with a guy like Jezza. It's just the intangibles where it's like grip, chalk, knees. You know, it's the little things that add up on Jezza, not strength. It's never strength. But he gets 305 and manhandles it. You still can't talk yet, my man. You are just in disbelief. Yeah.
He struggled so much with his opener.
Yeah.
And for the second attempt, the same weight.
Killed it.
And it was like minus 30 kilograms.
Yeah.
He just smashed it.
Now here's 305, also for the Canadian Kelly Branton.
So you watch Jezreel load that up. Oh, he's only put 10 on there.
315.
Wow, that was nice and smooth for Kelly.
Wow.
Kelly got his second lift. And my guess would be he will go for 315 to get the round 1,000.
Yeah, you know what? I wasn't even looking ahead yet at the totals, but
he's safe in the third position.
He might just go for the nice round 1,000 kilo total. I mean, that's a little under what he's capable of, but I'm gonna tell you straight up, the flights and the whole nine, it's difficult.
Now Mehendi now gets a razz from the Iranians in the crowd.
Did you get a hold of him and say?
I certainly did.
Good.
I went out there and coach said, I told him, and the athlete looked at me and said, okay.
Yeah, okay. So let's do a little redo here, shall we? And hold it, get your down command. Be a good, boy.
There we go.
That a boy. And somebody owes you a beer in the lobby in the hotel, doesn't he?
He'll learn the lesson.
There you go, lesson learned. Thumbs up to the crowd. Good job, Chrissy.
Martin Struze.
Assistant coach for the Iranian powerlifting team now, or what? There we go.
340 for Latvian.
But like you said, the Aussies gave you chalk. I mean,
that's sportsmanship,
so many athletes will help each other.
Yeah, if they can.
This is a characteristic of powerlifting.
Exactly.
Nations will help. I've seen that many different nations coach other nations.
Yeah.
Just on the spur of the moment,
true,
just
you
to
don't
help
got
each other
anybody.
out.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Even today in the 120s, the Ukrainian lifter,
Yeah.
he was lifting with a belt from our. He was
no,
getting our belt.
From Lithuania.
340 for Martins, and he hits it. 3 white lights.
There you go.
He borrowed it from
Nicely
us.
done.
The Ukrainian borrowed a Lithuanian belt.
Yeah.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, for when they were competing in 120s.
Somebody asked me for some chalk. I handed him some baby powder. Yeah, that's how I play. But you know, to each their own. Each their own.
Everyone has his tactics.
Fair call.
Fair call. Fair call. Ask who
Help in your own way.
Yep. There we go.
Christophe Rijbrandt, Netherlands, 355. Very handy deadlift. This would see him get the 900 even.
And he's trying to move himself into a medal position for the deadlifts.
Yes, and that
and
is
a nice 900 kilo round total.
Exactly. I mean, these are important figures to build up over year by
Yeah,
year.
everyone wants those nice round numbers, right?
Oh my goodness! It's a PB.
He's fired up. He's fired up for sure. Double overhand hook grip. The giant from the Netherlands. Oh, it's a long way up, but he's not stopping without a fight. Nicely done, Christophe. 3 white lights. There you go. And he's got another deadlift to go, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, he leaves with a nice round 900 kilo total.
Oh, wow.
And now the Estonian.
With the same weight.
Yeah, he's going to take a stab at the same weight.
355 kilo fight for the bronze medal.
You know what? We haven't seen him yell too much. He's taking this seriously now.
That's gonna bring him a 940 total.
Yeah, a lot of these fellas are getting closer and closer to 1,000
Yeah.
kilo totals themselves, aren't they?
And that just must be their ambition to get to the 1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? One guy does it, and then everyone else knows it's possible.
Yeah,
and
that's right.
It becomes a gold standard as opposed to the barrier. Now look at
Oh, here we go. comes all the way through. How do they see
I
it?
think they're going to
Nice.
like it.
I think it's good.
I think I like
Here we
it.
go.
Good lift for
I
same
think we all like it. And there's 3 weights, and here comes Big Ray Williams.
Ray Williams.
377.5 kilo. Holy moly.
Stacks on 20 kilo on the first attempt, and
Now,
so he should.
Keep in mind the world record is 392.5, and let's see how well he pulls 377.5.
And don't forget that the record holder is Ray Williams.
Oh, of course. Oh, yeah. Yeah, unless Christoph puts on a whole lot of weight, no one else is pulling that and taking this world record away from him.
He's fighting with himself already.
Yeah, he's getting ready. He knows he's been through here before. He knows how to put himself through to the paces. I want to see how well he moves 377.5. I think he wants to as well. And make a judgment if he's going to go for the world record or just cap off a nice, decent total. He's comfortably in the lead. Nobody's going to be able to catch him. This is all just money time right now.
Getting ready.
Money time.
I was
thinking
waiting.
looks like he's about to kick
I
a
was
football
waiting to drop that at some point. I might have rushed it. I think I might have rushed it. I got a little overeager, didn't I?
there. Oh, okay.
He pulls this,
Come on,
he gets
Ray.
best overall lifter by Wilkes Formula.
Okay, this is for Wilkes points for best overall lifter.
Yeah. Counting himself down.
Oh, he comes through like a boss.
There is some major
Whoa.
firepower in that man's central nervous system. And it is
Ray
fighting.
Williams.
That
Both
might,
champions of champions.
that might be the strongest human being walking this face of this earth.
And he just
1,090 total.
Yikes.
he gives little Susie a hug and she all but disappears.
Yeah, in his titanic arms. Now, I want to see if this is a world record attempt or we're just going to cap off a nice total.
And guys, it wasn't that long when we were looking forward to get 1,100 in equipped powerlifting
Yeah.
in total.
The strongest
exactly
dancer
right.
in the world.
It got so quickly.
We have a world record
To the
attempt coming by
level.
Ray Williams in his last deadlift, ladies and gentlemen.
Come on, Algeria!
It's official.
400 and a
Algeria!
half kilogram.
Oh,
It's
Now-
gonna be a
307.5
record
by
for
Elias.
total as well. By 8
Wowzers.
kilograms, actually.
And the Algerian, sorry, I just wanted to throw it down onto the platform. The Algerian walks off and his fans are delighted. Look at that, look at this guy living it up this moment,
Ah, good job.
as he
Ilya.
should. Yeah, so yeah.
Is it a new trend not to go just a slight increase in the record, but just
You know what?
smash it?
Men smash things, sir. Men smash things. I said that with an accent. You see how I said it? That's when I got serious there. I
What
got serious
accent
on
was
you.
that?
I don't, yeah, look at that. That was Lithuanian. You couldn't tell.
Was it? I can't hear myself, so
That's right.
that's how you hear me?
I think
All
so.
right.
You hear me?
No, but yeah, you're
dear.
right. He's not only just chipping this record, so obviously he feels good. He passed on the record for the squat, and we said he's been working a lot on his deadlift. Maybe he wants to make a play for the deadlift record and really push that number. You know, 400 kilo even in the deadlift is the other nice, round, sexy number some people have been chasing.
Could be the reason he missed his
Bars
last.
loaded.
And he'd be the first man in IPF history to hit 400. Did Christoph hit that at the IPF world level? So there you go. There's another barrier he wants to hit.
I think he lifted 400 and a half, but it wasn't on the international
Yeah.
stage. I think it was in nationals, so it doesn't
Okay.
count as
You're right.
international record.
Jez is sitting in silver for the total here. Last lift, 315. Easy silver. Jezza, oh, it's heavy.
That grip strength again. I tell you, he's looking
Okay.
at his hands. That shot.
He settles on 1,35 kilo total.
Yeah,
That's a silver.
I don't think Kelly can
And I
threaten
don't
that.
think Kelly will bump that 337.
Kelly's going to do his own
35.
thing. That's quite a jump for Kelly right there.
Yeah.
It's a
Isn't he going
32 and
to
a half
reduce
kilo
it?
jump.
Just to
Kelly's got a massive 32 and a half kilo jump. Yeah, he's not going to jump any more than that. That's about all she wrote when it comes to jumps. So it is what it is. Oh, no, wait, the Canadian coaching staff is coming out.
Yeah,
holy moly.
Change? Is it going to be a change? Just keep your eye on that number.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
337.5 at the minute.
It's a bit too much.
Or is he dropping that? No, but
He's gonna drop it.
you think he's dropping it?
No.
Oh my God.
350.
He's going for the silver.
Silver.
That is a 45 kilo jump, and that is not a mistake by bad handwriting. Kelly Branton is all or nothing, all the chips on the table, sir.
He's going for silver.
Okay, on the platform. Sorry, 320. Does he have it? Oh, he's fighting for that lockout.
No.
Yeah, I don't
He's
think
not gonna get it.
Unfortunately, no.
Righto.
Not this time.
So Mahandy.
Thousands fans, thank you for the support. I mean, that was as close as they get.
He got red, blue, and
The
yellow.
colors of the rainbow. Wasn't that pretty? That was a pretty way
You
to go
don't see
out.
that very often.
And
All possible mistakes happened.
well, you could. Well, that's one. You had it positive for a second, and then you took us the other corner, didn't you?
Every possible mistake.
Every
happened
possible
just
way.
there.
He's covering his bases.
Martin's cruise comes out total around the 4th spot, but at this point of time, but
Come on, Martins.
we're still sort of trying to process what we just saw. The change went up to 350. It's a 45 kilo jump for
Isn't
Branton,
that something?
for
And
Kelly
that-
Branton.
And you know what? Has he pulled that before? I wouldn't be shocked if he's done it before. It's just a massive jump to the pacing he's done today, anyways. Yeah, let's take a look at
he
these
only
nominations.
went up 15 kilo from his first to
No,
his
that's
second.
bigger than he's ever done. But you know what? Hey, pray for a miracle in pole. You know, you came here.
Come on,
It's just the heart of a
Martins.
lion.
350.
No, a little much. And you know what? It also should be said. I don't think Kelly's bronze medal it can be taken from him. And I feel as though the Canadian teams tell themselves, look, your bronze medal's safe. You got nothing to lose to go for silver. It might be a miracle play, Hail Mary pass, but you got nothing to lose, so go for it. Throw that ball and see if you can if someone catches it. Weirder things have happened.
350 on the bar.
I know he's pulled within 10 kilo of this. And we're about to see
Kelly Branton.
Well, it's a case of no guts, no glory, and this man's got it all. So the crowd's behind him, there's no doubt about
It
it.
would be a titanic effort.
He's a beast.
It is
Let's
within
have
his
it,
reason.
Kelly. Come on, mate, get your hands around it.
Let's go, Kelly. Take your time. Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh, he looks a little hurt.
Did he get hurt? Did he pull
I hope
something?
not. Yes, he did. Oh,
I
yes.
hope not.
Yes, he did. He's in a heck of a lot of pain right now.
He took a shot.
I tell you what, though, he got that off the ground like fast too, up to his knees.
He gave that everything.
Damned if he didn't. I thought he had it the speed, but something gave in his body once it hit the knee level.
And I wonder, at first I thought it was his back, and then I wondered if it was his abdomen.
You know what? He came in here, and I don't want to say anything till at least it's over, but I think he was nursing a minor, I don't want to say the word injury. I think I guess I just did. But he's nursing something, and maybe it's starting to rear its ugly head right now.
Okay. So, deadlift silver here for Christophe Rebrand. He's in the silver.
Oh, he's all types of fired up. Silver for the deadlift.
Wow!
Come on, Mustard.
What an image.
You know what? Yeah, no kidding, eh? He paints an imposing picture, and
He
it's
does.
a 5 kilo jump, so it's definitely within his means. He's hit 5 kilo less.
He struggled at the
not
top.
today, not today.
He's gassed now. I was going to say he struggled at the top of the second one, but
Yeah, that was maybe
he's
that
given it everything.
that little bit of struggle at the top of the last one was the last little bit of gas he had in the
That's
tank.
it.
357.
Now
So
362.5.
attempt change.
Oh, okay. Ray's brought down his last deadlift. Nice catch there, Chrissy.
Here we go.
Is it still? It is still a world record though. He's just going to chip his own record by 0.5 kilo. Is it still a total record as well? And he's going to chip his total record as well. Well, how you
Okay.
with that? Two
Okay.
records. Yeah, he'll have it
But
by 0.5.
Here we have Simrast going from 3rd to silver in deadlift. He's still hanging. He's looking to get into 5th in total. But this is for silver in deadlift. Ray Brandt missed it. Let's see what Estonia can do now. Rast, 360. Can he pull it? Oh my word, he's giving it a good belt.
Oh,
he's gonna
no.
lock it out. What a...
That's as close as you
So
come.
he settles into bronze for the deadlift.
Yeah, he's still going to walk away with a medal.
Yeah. But that's all right.
In a field this thick, that's pretty good. No pun intended. And here's Ray Williams, world record deadlift.
And world record total. No.
2 world records, 1 pole. Nice little 2-for-1 deal.
And this is what Ray loves, this very moment.
Yeah,
Where he starts pacing.
this is what it's all about.
He's hungry. He's hungry for some world record time. Because it's money time.
That's right, Chrissy. You know what? I rushed it earlier. I think you nailed it. I think you nailed it, kiddo.
There's no better way to end the championship with a lift which makes 2 records at once
Look at the crowds going
in the
nuts
super
here.
heavyweights.
He's pacing.
He's rank 1, number 1. Wilkes number 1, gold medal, world record, everything number 1, 1, 1.
That's it. Number 1 with a bullet.
Number 1 with a bullet going to number 1.
Looking to break his own records.
Off he goes.
The drums are beating. Oh my God. The strongest man in the world is about to do his thing. It's quite something special, isn't it?
Come on, Ray.
Yeah, baby.
You got it.
Let's go, Ray. Set it
Go,
up, now.
baby.
Take your time.
Yeah.
You're gonna tell
Don't
your kids.
rush.
You're gonna tell your kids about this moment.
Let's go. Let's go, Ray. Here we go, Ray.
Come on, Ray.
Oh my God! No.
Wasn't there?
Back tightened up a little bit, but that's okay. Still the champ, still the man. Crowd appreciates the effort. Let's take another look at this. Now he came up off the ground pretty quickly.
That was really close, though.
Look how fast he gets that to the knees and a beyond. Wow, he got that actually just about an inch to lockout, didn't he?
That was gorgeous to look at, though, but it's his upper back that he pulls back and he says, oh, that was a bit tight.
Yeah, it's tight. And you know what? In the deadlift event, only 3 lifters got their last lift. I mean, these fellas left it all on the platform today.
Well, that was absolutely awesome. But he finished on top with 1,090 kilos, ahead of Jezza Uepa with 1,035, and just there Kelly Branton just under the 1,000 with 990. It was a fantastic finish and a great battle, not without controversy, especially around Jezza Uepa.
Yeah, and you know what? That's sports. That's what happens. You have controversy, you have calls that people agree with, some people don't. You argue it for days. That's how it goes.
That's the way it goes.
Yeah.
And that's sport, as you say, but there was some fantastic lifting and a great display of differences in lifting styles and whatnot. And I'm sure we're going to relook at those lifts again and enjoy those highlights again. And I certainly hope that everyone got something out of that. We've got the medal ceremony coming up, including the awards of best lifters and things like that. So there's a bit extra to come on top of that. But all of those sessions are going to be uploaded, if not already, onto our YouTube, IPF YouTube. So get on there and check it all out and enjoy those again.
And one thing I'm interested in seeing is who won the Champion of Champions award.
Yeah, so Ray Williams got the Champion of Champions for the men.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
you know that for sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we got
the
that.
second attempt.
So, and for the females, I'm sorry, I am not aware of that at this stage here, but all that should be announced on the the medal ceremony coming up. So
Wow.
I encourage you all to stay on with that.
Ray just had himself quite the day then, didn't he?
Certainly did, and didn't he look magnificent as
He's
well?
as usual.
So I think we should sign off on that positive note, and certainly encourage you to stay around with the medal ceremony and get some more information from that as well. So from us, thank you and good evening.
the participants of this weight category. Give them the round of applause for the big super weights. The awarding ceremony will be held by Sir Igor Bonov, the director of our sponsors, Scientific Health, accompanied by with Denise Denisa, the World Classics Powerlifting Championships director. The first awarding ceremony of the men 120 plus kilos will be held in the squat. And please welcome the best three results. Third best result in squat, Kelly Brenton, representing Canada. The second best result in squat, men 120 plus, belongs to Jessa Ueba, representing Nauru. Ladies and gentlemen, the best result in squat, man 120 plus, belongs to Ray Williams, representing the United States of America. Ladies and gentlemen, give them the round of applause for the best in squat, man 120 plus. Thank you, gentlemen, and we proceed to the next awarding ceremony. The next awarding ceremony will be held in the men's more than 120 kilos bench press. And the third best result belongs to Kelly Brenton, representing Canada. The second best result in bench press belongs to Jessa Ueba, representing Nauru. And the best powerlifting bench press is Elias Bouhalem, representing Algeria. Give us a round of applause for receiving the best three results in bench press.
صحيتكم عيد مبارك.
From final report regulations to the FXM, we proceed to the next awarding ceremony.
صور ببلاد شيرين. اوكي سيبون صحيتكم.
Okay, athletes, we proceed to the next awarding ceremony for the athletes. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the best three results of the man more than 120 kilos deadlift. And the third best result belongs to Siim Ross, representing Estonia. The second best result in the men's deadlift belongs to Christopher Graham, representing Netherlands. And the best result in the deadlift belongs to Ray Williams, representing the United States of America. Give up the round of applause for this senior player who is deadlift powerlifting. Thank you very much, dear athletes. We proceed to the next final awarding ceremony for the total kilo 50. For the total amount of kilos, third place and bronze medal belongs to Kelly Branson, representing Canada. Third place, bronze medal, and the special prize from our sponsors, Siberian Health. Second place and silver medal belongs to Jetsa Uepa, representing Nauru. Second place, silver medal, and the special prize for our sponsors, Siberian Health. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the holder of the title of the world champion, Ray Williams, representing the United States of America. The title of the world champion, first place and gold medal, and of course our sponsors, special prize, Siberian Health. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of the United States of America. Our congratulations to the best athletes in the weight category 120 kilos plus. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the end, the final event of our competitions, and at 7 p.m. we are going to hold the Teams Best and Athletes Best Awards, presented to the athletes right here in the audience. And we kindly invite the athletes to the walkaway parade. Give them one more time your applause when you see the best of their nation representing the weight category more than 120 kilos.
Look at that, look up.